TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusick Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevins Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
We add the coefficient.
And you? What do you do?
It's a bit complicated to explain.
You know, I still didn't get exactly what your job is.
That is what I do.
New Renault Arcana E-Tech Hybrid. Winner, Irish Medium Crossover SUV in the 2022 Car of the Year Awards.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TEG Cusick Park for this afternoon's Senior B Hurling Championship final between St Oliver Plumketts Mullingar and Ringtown. Joined on the panel here from Airview TV by Jerry Buckley, John Shaw and Paul O'Donovan. As Jerry Buckley says, one good hurler and the rest three chancers. One quality hurler. But Jerry, I suppose if we'd have said this time last year, Ringtown only after coming up from intermediate, St Oliver Plumketts won to retain their Senior B with a penalty shootout against St Bridget's. If you'd have said this time last year that these two teams were going to be in the Senior B final, many people would have said, you know, you're absolutely off your rocker.
As Ned Flynn, Lord of Mercy, used to say to me lots of times, keep taking the tablets, Jerry.
Yeah.
You know, so I've had to take lots of tablets over the years on Ned's advice. You're absolutely right, yeah, and they're here on merit, and not only are they here, I think they're here with a great chance of winning today, to be honest with you. They're attractive odds with the bookies. I know the bookies seldom make many mistakes. They're attractive odds with the bookies. They're here on merit. I've seen them play a couple of times this year. I've been impressed with them, and I think they have every chance today.
Yeah, and John, from a Ringtown perspective, 2 finals in 2 years. I mean, there has to be some sort of progression there if you're moving the step up and the step up every time. And of course, won comfortably here in their semi-final against Kirkwood Wood.
That's right, yeah. And of course, it's a repeat of the 21 intermediate final.
Correct,
these two teams. So, look, in fairness to Ringtown, they've made great progression. Like, they were beaten 3 intermediate finals in a row, come back and won the one then, obviously last year, and they're here, and rightfully so, in the Senior B final. And like all year, they've been going extremely well. I seen them in a league game against Harling earlier in the year, and they were very, very convincing and strong on that. They have a few great young players, like we mentioned Mark Cunningham and Luke Moore before. Emma Corrigan is back from injury now as well. I see him lining out at full forward. He's going to cause Plumketts lots of bother, but Plumketts have lots of ammunition as well, so I think it's going to be a very even game. Very, very hard to call it. Plumketts, you know, they both had easy games, I suppose, around the last one, so they've been kind of lying idle, I suppose, now for a few weeks, but I think it'll be a great hoping game of hurling. It's a great buzz here. Plumketts are after bringing a massive crowd in, as are Ringtown as well, so I think it's something great to forward, and it's a great day as well.
Yeah, and Paul O'Donovan, that being said, you know, we spoke about the merits of them here today. It's a massive boost for both clubs, I suppose, from their underage structure. They're obviously doing something right if they're bringing through players that are coming to 2 fairly young sides, it must be said as well. You know, there are a certain amount of experienced player in it, but in the main, both sides are backbone by fairly youthful players.
Yeah, I suppose Plumketts, you know, when they first came to fore, it was through their underage structure and the works of the people like Tony Donoghue had done in the past and built them up, and people like, you know, Eddie Casey in the background have done that to keep Plumketts going in town through the underage structure. And I've seen them in a few underage finals. They're doing well, and Ringtown, I suppose, a smaller area to pull from, and you know, they're out there beside other hurling areas like, you know, Castle Pollard and Collinstown the Gale, so yeah, it's harder for Ringtown in such a small area, but yeah, lots of youth coming on, young players, but lots of experience, particularly in the Plumketts team. There's plenty of experience there with the likes of we mentioned there the other night, Kieran Curley, you know, we mentioned Greg Gavin, yeah. Absolutely. So there's lots there, and on the other side then, Ringtown, John Hardiman, you know, great experience there too. Darren Kilcoyne, you know, Pat Burke in goals, great experience. The sides met earlier in the year, and it ended in a draw. There wasn't anything between them.
No.
I
Like
think
Overfridge.
I could be correct in saying, I think you said last week, Paul, that Malachy's are the only team unbeaten in the football. I think Plumketts are the only
unbeaten team in
unbeaten
football,
in the hurling.
Yeah.
So and Malachy's won last week, just the last kick of the ball.
Well, Malachy's were actually the only team that hadn't lost a game or drawn a game. They'd won everything.
Yes.
Plumketts have drawn a couple of games here.
Yeah.
But Jerry, having said that, we seen the semi-final here with Ringtown and Crookedwood, and I mean, Ringtown blew Crookedwood away in about the space of about 11-12 minutes. A lot of it indiscipline from Crookedwood, but at the same time, when you get your foot on someone's neck, you keep it there. You don't lie off it. And they went right till the very end whistle and punished Crookedwood with a massive scoreline and played some wonderful hurling as well.
Well, yeah, I'd be a great believer in, if you've the dagger in the heart, keep it firmly there. And we saw last Sunday in the minor football where Tubber Clare were warming up subs and giving lads runs and lads doing high fives, and
all
they
of a sudden you're nearly losing the game.
They ended up almost losing the game. So I'm a great believer in that. I'd be kind of ruthless, and I'm all for being ruthless. And when they got the opportunity, they were ruthless. Now, a couple of the Crookedwood red cards were because things were going badly. Probably wouldn't have happened if the game was more competitive, but they were impressive, definitely. And in relation to semi-finals, as I would have said on ERV TV last night, people make the argument the team who's waiting around for a few weeks, it's a disadvantage, and that the team winning the semi-final has an advantage. We've examples of it happening, both those scenarios happening. I think personally, if your name is on the cup, your name is on the cup, and they were impressive in the semi-final. Plumketts have been waiting around, but if they win today, we'll be saying afterwards, sure, they were fresh. If they lose, we'll be saying sure,
they needed the game.
They needed the game. So you can make both arguments.
John, your view on that one, would you rather play in a semi-final or go straight to a final and wait those couple of weeks?
I think it was Alan Mangan mentioned last night, if you win a good semi-final, it's great. Ringtown really they won the semi-final, the game was over with 30 minutes to go, so it really serves no advantage to Ringtown really. And they lost Charlie Finn that day as well, and he's a big loss. He's a big, strong, physical player, and they'll miss him today. So I think if Anton, now Plunkett's last game wasn't much of a great game either against Brownstown. It was Brownstown had dogged affair. They lost 2 or 3 players as well. So you can say Plunkett's have had no real challenge in the last number of weeks as well. So I think those last games both of those teams played, they won't read much into it. They won't have taken much out of them at all. But look, in general, you'd say they're very evenly matched. Plunkett's might just have the edge. I think even on the bench there might be a few more players there just to come on that might come in and make a difference. But I think it'll be very tight.
Yeah, and Paul, I don't know what they want to mention as well. AirV TV is going live all over the world today, and I got a text from a nephew of mine in Perth in Australia this morning. There's a gang of them waiting around the television, Aina and Aaron Corrigan and a few of them waiting around the television to watch Ringtown. Equally so, my daughter rang me from the United States, and they're watching it live in the long haul in New York. So we're global now. You're global. You're world famous.
We grew up in an age where you were waiting to get results, waiting days to get results.
We were talking about it last night about Airtel. Airtel, which went off the air yesterday. And it's great for both clubs. It's great for both communities. I always say that to get to a county final even is a huge fill-up, and you know yourself from working out around the Castlemallory area, the difference it makes to that local community to be successful in anything, but particularly when their GA team is doing well. It adds a little bit of spice to it.
Absolutely, and I suppose that North Westmeath area has been decimated by emigration and people having to leave over the years, and I suppose lads now take a choice to go away. They're an option to go away, and there's an awful lot of our young players abroad, and it's the opportunity to see these matches live on TV is great. They might have to get up in the middle of the night to go and see them.
One is the middle of the night, the other's early morning. So I mean, it's the complete opposite extremes.
It's great. And look, I drove through Ringtown yesterday, and there's a great buzz out there. You drive through and by the school there, and there's signs up all over the place. All the businesses that get behind them, and all the local community, and it's huge for an area like
Ringtown.
That's what it's about. Absolutely massive. And I saw, I was lucky enough to be in Castletown last Saturday night for the Malachy celebration.
What time did you go home at? Just so they can tell our viewers here.
It was 3 o'clock, and I leave it
10 to 11, is it? Anyway, look, we're going to go on. I'm going to ask you to make your prediction here today, Paul and Donovan.
I went for Ringtown last night. Can I go for Plumketts now?
You can do what you like.
You like them,
You can do what you like.
That'll be like them. It's a hard. It just shows how hard it is to call.
Yeah.
Look, I went to Ringtown last night. Plumketts will love me. I'll go for Ringtown.
John, a puck of a ball, but I'd say Plumketts just marginally might have a stronger bench, but I think
Jerry
that
Buckley,
is
I'm not going to make any comment to this because I put the absolute kiss of death on whoever I nominate. So you have the deciding factor. We've won Ringtown, one Plumketts.
Yeah, I want to say hello to Ian. I remember him fondly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a lovely lad. And just to say, I worked in Saudi Arabia many years back,
Yeah.
and I used to have the examiner sent to me, and I'd be waiting a full week to find out who had beaten Westmeath. You know, so it must be wonderful to be watching around
Absolutely.
the world. And yeah, it's a great facility. And I'm going to go for Plumketts.
So 2 for Plumketts and 1 for Ringtown. We're going to go to an ad break then, and then it's live commentary with Ray in the Crow's Nest up there with Pat O'Brien. We'll be back with you right after these commercial breaks.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusick Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevins Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
We add coefficients.
And you? What do you do?
It's a bit complicated to explain.
You know, I still didn't get exactly what your job is.
That's what I do.
New Renault Arcana E-Tech Hybrid. Winner, Irish Medium Crossover SUV in the 2022 Car of the Year Awards.
And viewers are welcome to the commentary box here, where I'm joined by Pat O'Brien for today's Senior B Hurling Final, sponsored by Pat Slevin Coaches, between Oliver Plumketts and Ringtown. Pat, you're very welcome here today. At least the first thing I'm going to say is conditions are ideal for hurling.
Absolutely, today is for October. It's a beautiful day as regards, there's no breeze, no wind, no rain. The sod is drying out, so there'll be no excuses from anybody, whatever happens on the game today.
Yeah, absolutely. Both sides down in front of us here, going through the last couple of minutes of the roundup, and this is going to be a close game, Pat. I think there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, well, we're judging on the round robin game. It ended in a draw, and obviously Ringtown are coming into it on the back of a big win in the semi-final, but you couldn't really read a lot into it because, in fairness, everything went wrong that could go wrong for the Wood on the particular day. But Charles Flynn is going to be a big loss to Ringtown today because he has stepped up a grade, that he's joined the Westmeath senior panel, and he got game time, and he proved that he is a future player for a county. So he's a big loss. So whether he leaves a void for Ringtown to fill, as time will tell us. But on the other end of it, I suppose Oliver Plumketts are a young side. But the thing about them, they're unbeaten the whole year, and in fact they're the only team in the whole of the Westmeath 3 championships that went unbeaten in the whole campaign. So it should be a ding-dong game.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to give the teams to our viewers at home, starting with the Ringtown team first. And they line out as follows in goals: number 1, Pat Burke. The full back line, where number 2 is Kieran Moore, and the full back Ryan Moore is at 3, and Niall Moore is at 4. In the half back line, Paul Nangle at 5, Darren Kilcoyne is at 6, and Thomas Daniels at 7. Middle of the field today for Ringtown, Mark Cunningham wear 8, and he's partnered by Luke Moore, number 9. In the half forward line for Ringtown, Conor O'Grady's at 10, Johnny Hardiman, the centre half forward, wears 11, and Ryan McCauley wears 12. And the inside line for Ringtown, number 13 is Sean Boylan, Emmett Corrigan, the full forward, wear 14, and completing the Ringtown lineup, wear number 15, Anthony Nee. And St Oliver Plumketts, they line out as follows. There's one change in the team that's going to be on your screens, but they line out as follows in goals: number 1, Conor Lynch. In the full back line, Zaki Hearn is at 2, and the change comes in where number 20 Conor Bracken replaces Stephen Conway, and Brian Reedy completes the full back line. In the half back line, Liam Carey is at 5, Aaron Craig the centre half back at 6, and John Fry at 7. Middle of the field today, Cathal Craig wearing 8, and he's partnered by Sean Kelly wearing 9. The half forward line, Paddy Lynham's at 10, Davy Gavin at 11, and Shane Ormsby at 12. And the inside line, Greg Gavin is at 13, Kieran Curley the full forward at 14, and top of the left for the St. Oliver Plumketts men completing their line at number 15, Colm O'Leary. Referee for today's game, James McGrath. And just before we get into commentary on the game, we just have a call out for a couple of people from Ringtown, no longer resident in our shores here, both of them down under. First one is Niall Kilcoyne and his family listen to us from Brisbane in Australia, and his brother Ian over on the other side of Australia in Perth. Wish you all the best luck, lads. I was out visiting your house there during the week, and they're all in good form. Looking forward to seeing you at Christmas. So hopefully it goes well for you today. Pat, there is changes on that Oliver Plumketts team, and I'm sure we'll just wait for Oran Avian. Looking out, Pat, we were just saying there that there's going to be changes on that Oliver Plumketts team, because I cannot see Conor Bracken lined out in the full back line. I expect he'll push up into the forward line somewhere.
Yeah, that's true, but you're looking at managers have their own ideas, and we'll just have to wait for the first couple of minutes just to exactly see what teams are lined out. But we'll keep informed as we go along.
Paddy Lynham, where number 10 is certainly in line now in the middle of the field. Referee James McGrath ready to get us underway, and he throws it in, and it is the boys from Ringtown who are on the first attack. Nice ball is flicked inside, but again intercepted there by the Oliver Plumketts men. Again, Ringtown had the chance there, a chance for Plumketts now to build here. Tussle out in the middle of the field right on the 65-yard line. Ball pop back there, dropped there by Shane Ormsby. Again, tussle there. Who can get the breaking ball? In fact, it's nicely roll lifted there by the Oliver Plumketts man. That's their number 8, Cathal Craig. He's under pressure, can't get the ball out of it, and eventually it's moved away from the ruck of players, and then little flick comes in there. Chops is the referee on the Oliver Plumketts man. I think Darren Kilcoyne the guilty party there, and we've the first opportunity, Pat, of a score after just 41 seconds, but a bit of a sloppy start to the game.
Like it opened up very quick for Ringtown, and a simple pass who I think Darren wasn't awake for it, and Oliver Plumketts capitalised on it, but then a lot of, I suppose, negative hurling, but it ended in a free here now for
Paddy Lynham. He's on freeze, fires this one in, and good start for the number 10. He gets it, first one on target. Always good for a free taker, Pat, to get the first score and get settled down on it.
Paddy Lynham, a good free taker, so Ringtown would want to make sure that they don't give away too many silly frees.
Pat Burke ready here, back on the right hand side with his first puck out. Pat fires it out, this side dropping on the 65 here of Ringtown. Shane Ormsby picks it up, takes a big hit and bounces off it. Lays it inside to Lynham again. Lynham straight away fires it in. That's a great score there from the number 10 there, Paddy Lynham. But again, Pat, we spoke during up for the game last time with Shane Ormsby, son of Tom Ormsby, big, strong, raw young man, and he certainly took a big hit there and didn't knock a funk out of him.
No, he very, very well caught in the air, took the shoulder and cleared it.
Ringtown this time with Pat Burke goes short down the terrace side, and ball goes to ground in there, and they have it now, but very, very close to the sideline. The hand pass then overshoots the runway, and Plumketts are on the ball again, just teams settling down into it. They have the possession here now, but again the attempted hand pass is blocked down. Emmett Corrigan is out there, and the evergreen Johnny Hardiman fires it in. In fact, here's Corrigan on it now, about to take on his man. Can he get away from him? been forced close to the end line, shrugs him out and comes inside a chance. Ball is flicked across the centre, but umpire has signalled that one has gone out over the end line, but I think there might be a late hit on the Ringtown man coming in along the end line there. We'll see what action is. The referee will just have a look at it from viewers.
With Emmett Corrigan coming in on the end line, but Plumketts, I suppose they would have got away with it, only just to committed a foul just as they released the ball.
Yeah, just coming in, Emmett Corrigan has gone to ground, but certainly he drew and went right in, Pat, probably close to the edge of the small parallelogram when he got the bang on it there. He's gone to ground, but don't think the referee is going to take any action because he's heading out to the middle of the field, allowing the play to go on, and deemed that the ball had gone wide before the hit come in there.
It continues anyway.
Conor Lynch is his first puck out, chops it down this side of the field, scattered very well by Davy Gavin. Davy again lays it off to that man Paddy Lyon, and Paddy gives it back as far as Davy Gavin. Davy has a look at the post and Davy has it over the bar.
Yeah, superb bit of hurling from Plumketts there. Great fielding by Davy Gavin. This man Paddy Lynham seems to be really on song, and he gives it back to Davy Gavin. A super score from on the end line.
Yeah, 3 points to no score. We're just 3.5 minutes into the game. Pat Burke has certainly been the busier of the two goalkeepers. This time he's looking for a little bit of space over on the far side, and Aaron Craig steps in and wins the possession back here, and a chance for Plumketts to fire another one in the direction of Pat Burke. Pat's looking at this one, sees that he has the angles all correct, and he's quite happy to let that one drop out over the side. But certainly Kieran McKenna and his selectors down here in front of us, Pat, they'll be the happy with how their team is settled down.
It's a very good start for Plumketts, like 3-4 minutes gone and they have 4 shots at the goal, but I mean they're winning possession all over the pitch just at the moment.
Yeah, Burke has launched this one now again, dropping on the Plumketts 45, but it's gathered in there by Greg Gavin, who's back there sweeping. Greg, low ball in front of Colm O'Leary. Colm has the space to get the shot off. He was under a little bit of pressure. Burke decides this time he's going to keep it in play here now, and he's gone out across the 20-metre line and then draws the man, and then a nice little pop pass here, and the chance for Paul Nangle to fire one down the centre. Johnny Hardiman has it again, trying to get away from his man, shortens the stick and clips the ball over there again. There's a chance for the Ringtown man to get it in again. Emmett Corrigan has it. Emmett shovel passes it back out to Sean Boyle, and Sean from just outside the 20-metre line fires it across the face of the goal, but doesn't go to hand, and it's that man Ormsby again, but his pass goes astray. But again looking for Aaron Craig. Aaron maybe looking to get it on the second attempt, but he has it now, and he's gone into a little bit of space, shortens the stick, fires a beautiful ball down in here, goes to hand, ball is inside, Ormsby has it again, pass inside, great goal chance here, Colm O'Leary back in the net.
Superb piece of hurling by Oliver Plumketts again. Great team play. Aaron Craig, I suppose he just found that extra pocket of space, walked through the middle, passed it in, and 1-2 hand passes to Colm O'Leary, and there was no result, only a goal.
Yeah, great play there by the Oliver Plumketts men. Certainly a great star for viewers at home watching the replay, but Shane Ormsby involved in that on a couple of different occasions and did very well. He may have been tempted to pull the trigger himself on it, but he heads up play, and he's seen Colm O'Leary inside, and O'Leary, who I think got married earlier in the week, so he certainly be delighted with his start from that one. Goal chance and superbly taken. Nothing Pat Burke and the Wolves could do about that one.
Yeah, this Shane Ormsby is like coming from a football household. He's really shown his mettle in the first 5 minutes. He's taking hits, giving hits, catching ball and delivering ball. He's playing exceptionally well.
Yeah, he's back. It's him that got the hit here. He's just putting the helmet back on him, and great start for the young man as well. But the puck out has gone down here into the half forward and half back line. Ryan McCauley was trying to get it for his side, tripped as he was trying to get away with it, goes to ground, gets the free, little bit of afters there, no need for it to go on, but referee James McGrath's right down there beside. In fact, it was Conor O'Grady, number 10, that went to the ground, and opportunity now for Luke Moore. And you know, Pat, we're only 6.5 minutes in the game, but we're almost at a stage where this is a must score for Ringtown.
I don't think we have mentioned Luke Moore just at the moment, so this is a very, very testing free for him now. You know, it's a slight angle, but he's no wind issues whatsoever, so if he just strokes it sweetly, he should get it.
Yeah, he's just less than 60 metres out from the Plumketts goals as he goes through his routine. We were watching him during the warm-up. He was on freeze from this distance, so let's see, he fires it in. The crowd are looking at it, but I think that one has just gone with a tail. Luke will be disappointed with that one, just tail across in front of the goals and wide, and let off again for Plumketts. Conor Lynch back there in the goals. Conor, an experienced goalkeeper, was the Goalkeeping coach with the Westmeath County team this year fires it long down the centre, and again Colin O'Leary steps out into a little bit of space. He leaves it off, but again good play there by the Ringtown defenders there, as Davy Gam was about to pull the trigger and knocked it away, and Luke Moore trying to get involved in the play and then fires it down long. It's knocked away there by the Plumketts man, and Greg Gavin gives it back there and cleared long down into the corner here where there's a foot race, and winning that foot race is Kieran Curley, very very close to the sideline. It's gone out over the sideline. Linesman is saying I think it's going to be a line ball for Ringtown. An injury to one of the Oliver Plunkett's.
What I like about Oliver Plunkett's today, they're very direct, but it's all team play. They're finding a man in a better position all the time, and it's very beautiful hurling to look at just at the moment from a Plunkett's point of view.
Line ball taken, good ball it is, and on the breaking ball there was the Ringtown man, but again good play there by Niall Moore, and comes out, gets a stick on it. He has it, 2 men around him, bounces back from them, has to get rid of it, and he does very well. But Aaron Craig is there tackling hard, and you dispossess him. Ringtown trying to win the possession back. Johnny Hardiman goes to ground. Looked like there was a foul. Referee doesn't see it. Emma Corrigan can't get it into his hand either because Zach Ahern is right on top from there. Paddy Lynham is in rooting for it as well. Who's going to get the possession? A chance now for Johnny Hardiman. He gets it. Referee eventually blows the free. I think Paddy could have blown that free probably 2 or 3 plays ago. There seem to be tackles going in all over the place, but Johnny Hardiman wins the free now for his side.
Yeah, well, you couldn't fault either team for commitment at the moment anyway. They're really going for it, hell for leather, and hopefully this young chap Ryan Moore gets his target this time, because you know your free taker is vital that he gets off to a good start. So
yeah, and Paddy Lynham did it at the other end for Plunket. So this one now Luke will be hoping to get it over the bar. He's a little bit closer this time.
His angle is the same though, but hopefully should have learned from the last one.
Yeah, he's about 48 metres or so out as he lifts it.
Yes,
and he's trying. This time he gets a good connection on it. There's quite a large Ringtown support here, so.
Well, Ringtown needed that score badly now. 9 minutes gone on the board. They just need to settle and get it. They need the next score, in fact, just to get going.
Yeah, Conor Lynch has his going again. Down the far side it goes. Ball breaks through over there. Who's on the breaking ball? It's the Ringtown man, but again, facing back towards his own goals. But they have the numbers there, and the ball is cleared. Nice ball down here in front of Emmett Corrigan. Emmett doesn't get into the hand of the first time as Zach Ahern is in tackle, and then the ball eventually breaks, and that man Paddy Lynham is sweeping it up, and Paddy wearing the number 10. Lovely pass over to the far side, finds Davy Gavin. Davy takes on his man, he's gone ahead of him, couple of men inside, he can see them, he puts it inside of Curley brought to ground. No, the referee says to play on. Looks like it is going to be a free, but still the referee doesn't see it. And Colin O'Leary with a chance, bounces off a tackle, takes a shot. Oh, another goal scoring opportunity, and I don't think Colin O'Leary missed the butt of the post by much, but maybe a bit generous by the referee, James McGrath, that time, Pat.
I would think so. I mean, I counted 2 frees in that passage of play, but then I was never a referee.
Anyone that knows Pat O'Brien knows that he's mostly fighting with them. But anyway, we'll leave that for another day, because down in the middle of the field, Mark, number 12 there, Ryan McCauley, grabbed that ball. His first one was blocked down, then he knocks it out over the sideline himself. And the linesman has already signalled it and taken short there by Sean Kelly, and is back there as far as Greg Gavin, and Greg with all the space in the world over there on the far side. The foot race here. Who's going to win it? It is the Ringtown man. The Ringtown man is Paul Nangle. Paul on the loop around, comes his corner back there, Kieran Moore, and Kieran's pass, not the best in the world. Davy Gavin straight to him. This time, hand pass straight away off to Kieran Curley. Curley this time decides he's not going to carry it, has a look at the post, and sticks it between them. 1-4 to a point in favour of Oliver Plunkett's. The Zoc says we've just gone over 11 minutes. And as you say, Pat, Oliver Plunkett's have pretty much been on top in all aspects of this game.
Yeah, absolutely, but that last score was handed to them by the cornerback, mistimed strike.
From the puck out, the ball has dropped, and Mark Cunningham, I think it is, with the shot that time, and makes no mistake. Good reply there by the midfielder there from Ringtown. And if Ringtown are going to get themselves back in the game, they need their 2 midfielders, 2 young talented players. That's Luke Moore and Mark Cunningham. They need them on the game. Puck out is down this side of the field. Darren Kilkenny steps in, wins it, and the ball is picked up by Ryan McCauley. McCauley sends it in towards the D, and up goes Zach Ahern there, comes out with the ball, but then goes to ground, needs a little bit of support, and Ringtown have picked his pocket. There's a chance here, and the shot comes in. Sean Boyle, I think it was, the man wearing the number 13, flashes over the bar, and just like that, one turn back in the game.
Yeah, well, that's what they needed, because their energy and their enthusiasm, you can't be faulted, but just some of their striking was poor and some of their shot decisions were poor, but they've got 2 great scores there now, so hopefully they're back in the game, and it's good for the neutral. Lively game.
1-4-3 as Plumketts decide to go short with the puck out here. Sean Kelly is back in his own 45, goes around his man and gives the hand pass, not the best one in the world either, but again, works out. Well, almost did. Plumketts still with a chance to get the ball up here, and it is picked up by Paddy Lynham, and Paddy left-handed fires it over the far side. Ball goes to ground. Darren Kilcoyne and Davy Gavin tuss for it. Gavin has it. He's coming across the 45. Has time to have a look at the post. Gets the strike in. The umpire is looking, and the umpire is signaling. Point number 2 for Davy Gavin. Again, that's a big battle there, Pat, centre back and centre forward, and at the moment Gavin seems to be coming out on top.
Yeah, Davy's a big strong man, but Davy has been playing hurling for a long time, like, even though he's noted as more of a footballer, he's a good skillful hurler. Great score.
Puck out again from Pat Burke, broken down here on the 45. There's a chance for Conor O'Grady to get the ball, doesn't get it into his hand at the first attempt. Couple of Ringtown men there. O'Grady has it this time. He looks up, has a man back here, Luke Moore in space, and Luke gets the shot in. It's dropping in. It's going to drop right in on top of Conor Lynch. Lynch does well. Thought about going right and then goes back onto his stronger side. And Plumketts all under control back there. Had the extra man all the time, and the ball is now out here with Brian Reedy, and Brian goes centre with it. Move down quickly down the line here. Plumketts playing a nice brand of football of hurling as Cathal Craig has it here. Craig has a look at the post. He was under pressure, put it across at the far post, but unfortunately for him, just didn't drift inside. That one has gone across to the left and right.
Yeah, possibly Cathal not noted as a great score getter, but he's just a little bit unfortunate, just tailed away at the last minute.
Yeah, 1-5 to 3 points as Pat Burke has launched a bomb down here, and Emmett Corrigan is out in front of his man, and Corrigan over his shoulder. He gives the signal that one is on target. He knew it right before the umpire even went for the flag. And
yeah, that's a good reply there for Ringtown. Pat Burke found Ryan Moore, and Moore led into Emmett, and Emmett turned and striked it off his left. Perfect score.
Yeah, again, another man that knows where the posts are. Did well there, Pat, just on the turn, had one look, and I suppose the old saying that the goalpost never moved, and that's exactly what happened. He rifled it over the bar. Double scores, 1-5 to 4 points, 8 points to 4 as Davy Gavin comes in front of Darren Kilcoyne. Darren does well to get a stick on it, but Aaron Craig is there to help Gavin. Aaron is trying to get away from his man, shortens the stick and looks up, and then treads a low ball inside, looking for Curley. Curley being tackled there by Kieran Moran. Moran still sticking to his task, doesn't let Curley around, but Curley still has the ball on the 20-metre line. Coming inside, needs a little bit of support, gives a nice hand pass back out here. There's a chance, but great block down there. Cathal Craig was the man that tried to get the shot in, blocked down, but again, opportunity still there for the Plumketts man, and an opportunity flashed over the bar there. I think it was Paddy Lynham, the man to finish it over the bar, and Paddy Lynham is 3 points, the third of the 6 that for Plumketts has come from the stick of Paddy Lynham. And again, he's a man that knows how to get that scoreboard moving.
Paddy Lynham is very influential in this game, but I think Plumketts are playing exceptional in hurling. There could be granted a few frees, but they haven't got them.
Yeah, the puck out is gathered well there by Ryan McCauley, and Ryan over to the far side, gives it to Corrigan. Corrigan out in front of his man, flicks it up in the air, takes it down, needs to get into his hand now as he comes forward. He has that, a referee tells him to go on, and the umpire looks up at this, but this time he's signaling just gone to the right and wide, forced by Zach Ahern a little bit further to the right than he had hoped for. Couldn't get it on target, and I see Johnny Hardiman gone in front of into the full forward position. Emma Corrigan staying in there long, but the puck out is fired out short, and Aaron Craig wins it well in front of his man, and he immediately looks for Davy Gavin, who pulls it down. Davy being fouled, the advantage being played just to make sure he goes to ground there, but again, certainly that's one position on the field, Pat, that Oliver Plumketts are on top there, and they're getting good possession over there between Davy Gavin and Darren Kilcoyne.
Yeah, well, the aerial duels, Oliver Plumketts are really doing well in it. They have caught a lot of ball, and like they're physically strong once they get in hand and take off. Like, but I think it's only the second free at the same time for Paddy Lynham. So
yeah,
they're doing very well from play. So 16 minutes for the second free is not a lot.
Yeah, almost 17 minutes as Paddy Lynham looks, fires off and makes no mistake. His second free, his 4th point pushes the lead back out again to 6 points, 1 goal and 7 for Oliver Plumketts, 4 for Ringtown as the clock just hits the 17-minute mark. Pat Burke this time. Send it long and high, dropping down in front of the D. Emil Corrigan goes high, the ball goes off his stick, broken over on the far side, but it is the Plumketts men who seem to be on most of the breaking ball, and Aaron Craig charging forward here now. He's a chance from the 45, heads up play, fires a lovely little ball in front of Curley, but Curley doesn't control it at the first attempt. The Ringtown man, mistake there to have a chance to get it away. Here is a chance for Conor Leary, and Conor Leary makes no mistakes. A goal and a point for the number 15, but again, possession should have been gathered there by the Ringtown man. Miscontrol. Plumketts there to capitalise. Conor Leary fires over the bar.
We did state at the start of the game that Charles Flynn could be a big loss here, and that's his position where he would have been. And I've counted two scores that overturned by Plumketts where he would have been there. So he's a big loss at the moment.
Puck out has gone down the far side again, and it is the Plumketts man with Paddy Lynham coming forward, and he's on the 45 for Ringtown. Has a look off his left hand, and the signal again. Paddy Lynham makes no mistake there, fires it over the bar, and a great score by the number 10. He's wearing the number 10, but he's playing pretty much around the middle of the field. But
he's very influential in this game, Ray, because he seems to be all over the pitch, but his striking is immaculate. I mean, he's already scored 3 from play and 2 from frees. 5 shots, 5 scores.
Puck out from Pat Burton, low ball gathered out here in the centre by Luke Moore, trying to get away from his man. Aaron Craig is trying to hold him up, and he lays it off to Johnny Hardiman. Hardiman has gone back out to the middle of the field, finds Corrigan inside. Nice stick work, but again, good defending there by the Plumketts man there. Was Brian Reedy, I think the number 4, that got a stick to it. And ball is inside here, and Emma Corrigan has it again. Again, the high tackle on him, but it holds the possession, looks around, needs a little bit of support there, manages to get it prevented from going out over the end line, and it's picked up here now by Ryan McCauley. McCauley goes to ground, and again, Oliver Plumkett's men are in there. They have the numbers. There's a touch there. Who's going to win it? It looked like Shane Ormsby had it for a split second, but then back on the ground it goes again. Ringtown have the chance, but again, can't. Touch is not what it's needed to be, and eventually they do get it through Conor O'Grady. O'Grady jinks around a couple men. The referee allows the play to go on, and Plumketts have it here and a chance to clear it. Not the best clearance in the world, but the ball has broken across to the far side there. Again, Darren Kilcoyne had a chance to get it up, and Greg Gavin is back there, all his experience. Lovely ball, fires it here now to Bracken. Conor Bracken, his first possession, goes long, looking for Curley down inside. Curley in front of Kieran Moore, and he's gone around him, he's coming inside. Chance, shot, oh! I don't know whether a sail paddle hit the bar, but it's not in the net anyway.
The play goes on, even though the net did shake, but I don't know what it hit.
Play goes on, and down this end of the field is attacking here on one of the Oliver Plumkett's man. He goes to ground there. I think it's Zachary Hearn, but ball is moved inside, but Plumkett's have it again. The ball given away here now, and a chance here for the Ringtown, but they have it again, but it's all very, very tight, and Plumkett's won't mind. They'll keep it as tight as they possibly can. Coming forward was Thomas Daniels, but Thomas, he doesn't get his intended pass away, and Ormsby trying to get away with it, flicked away from him. And the ball's gone inside, and it eventually is picked up by Mark Cunningham. Mark takes on his man. He has a little bit of space, but then drops him at the crucial time. There's 3 white jerseys around him, and they fire it down, get it away from the danger area. But there's plenty of time here now for Paul Nangle to pick it up and look up the field, and then deliver a low ball into the corner. Ball control gathered here by Anthony Nee. Anthony takes on his man, comes inside, needs a little bit of support now, and the ball goes to ground. Don't still have the numbers around, they have possession again, and a chance here now, and the ball is cleared down. Paddy Lyman funneled a lot of men back into defence there, and Johnny Hardiman picked it up all on his own. Hardiman goes long with it, it's dropped inside in front of Conor Lynch. Lynch picks it up, comes out, spins away from a couple men, can't handle it again. He's aware of that, and he gives it on to Liam Carey. Carey on to Aaron Craig, who finds a pocket of space down here, and filling that space is Shane Ormsby. Ormsby picks it up, steps inside, has a look at the post. Can he get the shot on target? The groan from the crowd tells you he doesn't get it on target. Well, huge endeavour from both sides.
Absolutely, but Oliver Plumketts are packing back from midfield back, and as a result Ringtown are running up cul-de-sacs all the time, and they cannot get that shot off.
Puck out, taken short, fire down the line here, looking for Anthony Nee in the corner. Anthony 2-on-2 in the corner here now. Tussle here will flick back out very close to the side and picked by Conor O'Grady. I think it is O'Grady. He stays in. Or he went out and the ball stayed in. He has support there from Ryan McCauley. McCauley looks up, fires across the front of the goals, but again can't find Darren Kilcoyne. Darren does well to get a stick on it again. And they have a chance to move it inside. Ball flicked in, but again, well read in there again by the Plumketts men. Good play there, and Conor Bracken is available on his own 45 metre line. He fires it down here in front of Colin O'Leary, but O'Leary was waiting for it to come to him. And good defending there by the full back there, Ryan Moore. But again, Plumketts have the numbers in their own. Davy Gavin shows his strength, and from the 65, Davy fires in, whereas 1-1 in here, and Kieran Curley is in on it. He's gone by the keeper. Can he get it to the net now? Yes, the referee is signalled to put up the flag. He allows him. I wasn't too sure, Pat, whether he got a connection on there, as he was almost a pushover try there, but referee signalled to the umpire to put up the flag. He's happy with the goal, and now that's a big lead for Oliver Plumketts now. 23 minutes into the opening half, 2 goals and 9 points. That's 15 points to 4 points for Ringtown.
Yeah, it's very kind of getting away from Ringtown, but you see it's terribly lopsided, the pitch. Like Ringtown finding no space whatsoever, and it's 1-on-1s at the other end of the field.
Yeah, puck out again from Pat Burke goes long. Ringtown do win the breaking ball. Sean Boylan has it, but Sean looks up. Nice ball inside here. And Luke Moore has a chance to have a look at the post, and Luke Moore fires that one over the bar. That's his second point, but certainly Ringtown need a lot more than at this stage, Pat. Even, you know, it's 7 minutes to go before half time. Need a goal at this.
Yeah, no, they need to find the green flags shortly, because it's a big gap. And dominating is Plumketts.
Yeah, the ball is down here where Bracken has it, and big hit coming in there by Johnny Hardiman. Shoulder to shoulder teams the referee, and the ball is fired down the line here, but Greg Gavin is back there sweeping for his side. Darren Kilcoyne has been pushed up into the forward line. He's fighting, tries to get foot on it, and then shove on the back there on the ring, on the Plumketts man there as Paddy Lynham, as he was going down the ball close to the sideline, pushed out over it, free for the Oliver Plumketts men, just back on their own 45 metre line.
Yeah, it beggars to believe at times why free takers spend so much time practicing, because they're certainly not going to get enough opportunities out here today, because James is very
referee
lenient about blowing his whistle.
Yeah, certainly every free given is well earned, but this time he did deem a push in the back there, and Conor Lynch is the Oliver Plumketts goalkeeper, and he's out here 47 metres out from his own goals. And he fires it in long. It's dropping in front of the square. Ball, flick there coming off Colin O'Leary. And that could have gone anywhere there, as O'Leary just with a little flick as the Ringtown man was trying to get a hand up to it. O'Leary got a stick to it and deflected. And lucky for the Ringtown man, that one just crossed the front of the goals and wide. And Burkus has his running again here, and the ball broken down. And Luke Moore gets it there. It looked like there was a push in the back. There was indeed. This time me and the referee agree, but a push in the back there. Zachary Heron, I think, the guilty partner there, as Luke Moore was about to roll lift that ball. And this free is 51 or 2 metres out from the Oliver Plumkett's goals.
Yeah, this is a scoreable free. He definitely needs to get this. I mean, every opportunity now for Ringtown needs to be scored, because they're playing second fiddle at the moment, but the structure of the pitch is not suiting them at all, because it's too congested at their end for scores.
Yeah, Oliver Plumketts are using the sweeper back there. Greg Gavin is back sweeping, and he's having a big impact on it, and there are a lot of bodies in around that half back line, but we'll watch as Luke fires this one in and makes no mistake, fires it over the bar. That's his third point. 2 from frees, 1 from play. 2-9 now to Plumketts.
The matchups at the other end for Ringtown are not strong enough in the 1-on-1s, because Kieran Curley has the winning of every ball that goes in there on a 1-on-1.
Conor Lynch has us going again. Ball broken down. Davy Gavin puts the hand up, doesn't get it. Johnny Hardiman has gone back. Johnny goes to ground. Nothing wrong with this as the referee, as the ball is flicked inside. No one able to get clean possession. The ball is eventually kicked in, but straight into the hand of Kieran Moore, and Kieran does well, fires it out. But Darren Kilcoyne goes high, doesn't hold it there, and Greg Gavin sweeping up, and Greg used all his experience. Lovely crossfield ball to Shane Ormsby. Ormsby strong on the ball, just dispossessed nicely there. Referee sees nothing wrong with it there, and Ryan McCauley gets it for his side, and Ringtown man coming out in front here now. It's the number 13, that's Sean Boylan. Sean, little ball inside as far as Conor O'Grady, but they're walking it back and going nowhere. But Luke Moore has it now. Luke spins around, and again a shovel pass, a 50-50 ball at best as it goes to ground, and on the loop around is Mark Cunningham. Cunningham hasn't been into play much. This time he comes forward, fires it in, but unfortunately for him that's across the front of the goals and that off there. But again we can see that the pressure that Plumketts put on the ball. The Ringtown going around in circles, making no ground ball, 50-50 pass at best, Pat, and then ends up going out over the end.
Very physical pressure being pushed on by Plumketts, but Ringtown need this Mark Cunningham on the ball because he has that dash when he gets the ball. Just a little bit unlucky with his strike there off the end coming from the sideline, but we need him on more ball.
Yeah, the puck out has gone off of Plumkett's hand over there on the far side of the field, and it's going to be a line ball for Ringtown. Luke Moore, he's going to take it. He's for 5 metres or so outside of his own 45-metre line. Again, looks up and sees what's available in front of him here. Plumketts have a man spare, so doesn't need to find him, and then puts it in, but it's low as across into the centre, and Davy Gavin, he reads it, doesn't get it up on the first attempt, and Plumketts have the men there now, and there's a chance now to get out, but again, hand pass is blocked down there, tussle over there for on the ground, but it's eventually picked up, and it's that man Paddy Lynham coming forward again. Lynham looks up, sees that O'Leary is 1-on-1, takes the ball on the return, chance for Lynham, shot. Oh, what a save from Pat Burke. Oh, what a save, Paddy Lynham. I was almost writing down the goal there, Pat. It was a great piece of play there, but defence opened up again by one simple ball to O'Leary. Lynham continued the run, and a brilliant save by the goalkeeper.
Absolutely, but Ringtown have to change the full back line at half time, because O'Leary and Curley have the one-on-ones to have complete control, and they opened it up, and Paddy Lynham is running the show out here. I mean, the passing was superb, but they're being presented with huge opportunities by Ringtown not being tight enough, or maybe not physical enough on them. Super save from Pat Burke to keep them in the game.
Yeah, his opposite number one is Conor Lynch. He's coming down, just being told where to take this 65 from. Just going to see what additional time. We're into the last minute of the 30. We'll see what additional time. 2 minutes is the call as Conor Lynch stands over this 65. He comes forward, he lifts it, and he fires it. No problem with this, but he doesn't have the accuracy. Pulls it across the front of the post and wide. Let off there.
Ringtown got away with that one.
Yeah, certainly so. But Pat Burke, they'll try and get a score or two before the half-time whistle. He goes long, dropping it inside the 45. But again, as what has happened throughout most of this game, Plumkett's men react to the breaking ball and get it out on the far side. It's close to the sideline. Has it gone out over? Say no, it's not. Linesman is very, very close to things over there. Again, it's gone out. Referee or the umpire signal he's going to throw it in. He was standing right beside it. I don't know. He couldn't see who it went off, but linesman there just gives it in, and James McGrath, the referee, throws it in, and it does break. And again, Ringtown man favourite to win it, but doesn't get it the first attempt. And Plumkett's men come in, but the Ringtown do have it now, and they come forward again. The ball is fired into space. Again, looking in there for Emmett Corrigan. Emmett tries to hold off his man. He lifts the ball, spins away from him. Can he get a bit of support? He can't take it in his hand again. Lays it off the stick to Mark Cunningham. Mark Cunningham back to Emmett Corrigan, and Emmett Corrigan this time got the angles all wrong, fired a shot in, had more time to have maybe set his feet, doesn't take it, and a bad wide for Ringtown there.
Terrible. When they needed it, definitely needed it.
Puck out again from Conor Lynch, is very, very close to the sideline here, goes off the stick. I think he went off the stick at the number 20. That's Conor Bracken, and the linesman agrees to me down here, and it's going to be a line ball. Luke Moore is back there. He's going to take it for his side, just inside their own 45-metre line. 2-9 to 6 points as we'll enter the last 45 seconds of this half. The line ball is not the best in the world, but it is won by Ringtown, and is back with Luke Moore, and Luke has a chance to fire a ball into space over there where Emmett Corrigan is beaten in the foot race by Zach Ahern, but Corrigan kicks the ball away from the Oliver Plunkett's man, but too much on it has gone out over the sideline, and I think that just about typifies the day for Ringtown.
It's just not happening for them. Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's just not happening. Like, that was a good diagonal ball that opened up the play, and Emmett was in front, but it just not sticking. It's just not sticking, and the ball rumbles over the sideline. But they need to get into the dressing room, get a good stern talk, and then see what can be done. But 9 points is going to be difficult.
Yeah, it's a line ball over on the far side, and Aaron Craig has dropped back to take it. Has a look down the pitch. Again. Cuts it down again. It's the Plumketts man that's there on front, but this time it goes off. Davy Gavin's stick has gone out over the sideline. It's going to be a line ball. It's a line ball over there on the far side. Clock has gone 15 seconds over the allocated 2 minutes. Probably the last opportunity here for Ringtown. Need to get it in as quick as they possibly can. Luke Moore cuts it in, not the best in the world, but just fine. Conor O'Grady lays it off, and then the shot comes in. It's a high one. Conor Lynch is looking at it, but Conor Lynch will see that one won't bother him, and the referee generally signals half-time whistle here in this Slevins Coaches Senior B final, and it is the men from Mullingar here, the Oliver Plumketts men, who are in the lead, 2 goals and 9 points, as 15 points to 6 points for Ringtown, 9 between them, as we watch the highlights for our viewers at home. But Pat, again, Ringtown or Oliver Plumketts men going to go in here at half-time, and they're a hell of a lot happier.
Oh yeah, it's a great half hour's hurling for Plumketts. I mean, they have put very, very little feet wrong. Every ball is true, crisp, to the man, finding space, finding the man in a better position, and taking good scores. So when I think Pat Burke will have to be addressed his puck out straight away, because he's driving the ball along as he does and has the ability to do, but Plumketts are lying back, they're swamping that area, they're winning. I'd say they have won 90% of Pat Burke's puck outs. So if they go a little bit shorter, there's possibly something to gain. They need to draw Plumketts away from that defence and open up the game to try and get a chance to get some scores.
But on the other hand, Pat, he's probably kept his side in it with a superb save there when it looked like the Kieran Curley, I think it was odds on, or Paddy Lynham was odds on to score a goal in there. So, like, they're probably in it still just about.
Yeah, well, just about. Look at 9 points. It's a fair lead. Now, there's no wind to say that it can be overturned that way. It's going to be down to honesty and blood and guts and whatever it takes. But Plumketts, to me, are a good physical side. They've shown they're a good hurling side. Their passing is good. Their structure is very good. They have tied up the defence. That Ringtown, like the last ball we seen Emmett, and Emmett is well capable of scoring from 30, 40 yards. He had no shot on, and he just had the pot shot, and it just drifts to the left and wide.
Yeah, well, we're going to take a break here in the commentary box. We're going to break for ads, but we will be back with the lads down for analysis on the pitch side. But for myself and Pat for now, join us back here again in about 10 minutes. We'll be back in good time for the second half.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusick Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevins Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
We add a coefficient. Yes, turn.
And you? What do you do?
Well, it's a bit complicated to explain.
You know, I still didn't get exactly what your job is.
That is what I do.
New Renault Arcana E-Tech Hybrid. Winner, Irish Medium Crossover SUV in the 2022 Car of the Year Awards.
Yeah, it's half-time here in the Slevins Coaches Senior B Hurling Championship Final. And Jerry, if we're looking, we have a nice supporter here, good Lassie. If we were looking for a performance or a game of hurling, we certainly got that, but unfortunately it has been of the one-sided variety.
It has, and I said beforehand I fancied Plumketts. I had seen them a few times this year, and they hurling in those matches. I saw them with the same dash they've shown here in the first half. And they've put on a tremendous display, you'd have to say. They haven't let Ringtown into the game at all. They're 9 points up, and it could very, very easily be 15 points.
Yeah.
You know, one shot, I think it was Kieran Curley's shot, came back off the crossbar.
We thought it was a goal.
Yeah, we had to get Donny to look back on the video. The net shook. We thought it was a goal, and then Pat Burke pulled off a fantastic save from Paddy Lynham. You know, and incidentally, with John beside us, I mentioned last night on the ERV TV that great minor team in 1999. Pat Burke was the goalie on that, and I have been saying, and Paul O'Donovan will back this, that Pat Burke is the best goalie in Westmeath for the last 25 years. And he's an elder statesman now, but he pulled off a fantastic save. And Ringtown can be indebted to him, because really the game's not quite over, but if those goals had gone in, it was game-setting match.
And John, it's the ease in which those goals were created, and indeed in which the scores were created. Plumketts are dominating virtually every position on the field, and I've noticed they've targeted the Ringtown, we'll say men that they wanted to target. Luke Moore has been marked. Aaron Craig is out on him. I see, Mark Cunningham has barely got a touch of the ball. Emmett Corrigan much the same. You know, they've come in with a great game plan, and it's certainly working for them. But Ringtown are wide open here, John.
Yeah, look, Plumketts have been outstanding. In fairness, they looked so dangerous up front. But Ringtown have been naive, in my view. I think for their own puck-outs, they completely followed the ball up the way. Their half-back line got completely put up the field. I meant they were really exposed at the back, and particularly in the full back line. In fairness to the two full backs, they were up against Colin O'Leary and Kieran Curley. There was one-on-one stuff there the whole time, and like the reality is, Plumketts could be 15 points up the way the game is going. But like Ringtown, very very naive, but Plumketts have been playing really well. Hard to see way back for Plumketts. Like Johnny Hardiman has come back centre back on Davy Gavin, who was causing Darren Kine massive difficulty there as well. He certainly has steadied the ship there a little bit in the last few minutes. But they need to get tighter at the back. They need to put more bodies there at the back. Like, the Plumketts forwards are too much pace there. Shane Ormsby there, he's just too much pace. And Tom Daniels, he's following him up the field. He's getting caught at the back then. So, look, if Ringtown have any chance, they really need to try and keep it tight at the back for a little while anyway. And see then, Emma Corrigan, when he does get the ball inside, he has looked a bit threatening. But there's just so much, like Greg Gavin has stepped back there. He's using all his experience. He's doing a good bit of covering there for Plumketts as well. So, like, it's hard to see a way back for Ringtown. They're going to need 2 or 3 goals, I think, to win it.
Yeah, and Paul O'Donovan, one man we haven't mentioned at all, who's been my man of the first half, definitely Paddy Lynham. I think he's been absolutely outstanding. It's pace that's beaten Ringtown more than anything. Plumketts seem to be transitioning that little bit quicker, but for a goal post and a tremendous save, as we said from Pat, this game could be over.
And Plumketts hit the ground running from the minute James McGrath threw the ball in. Lynham got 2 quick points, and then there was a tremendous score here where Davy Gavin played it to Lynham, and Lynham got a woeful shoulder from Darren Kilcoyne. It never knocked the funk out of him. He stood up and gave it back to Gavin, and Gavin got a point from here. They were 3-0 up, and they were flying at that stage. And as well as that, on top of that, I have to mention the Plumketts defence here. They've been absolutely outstanding.
I agree with you,
when Ringtown have pushed forward, I agree with John, Emma Corrigan's looked really threatening, but it's been Emma Corrigan or nothing for Ringtown. And down here, the likes of John Fry, Greg Gavin, Cathal Craig, Aaron Craig in defence have been just outstanding for Plumketts, and they've got in around the ball so quick. I see 1 Ringtown man or 2 coming in and 4 or 5 Plumketts men around them, and that's really set the tone for the game, and they've been far better in all areas of the pitch. Fully deserved to win. They've opened up here, they've found acres of space in the Ringtown defence, and they've got their scores. They could be further ahead, and the game looks over, Paul.
And Jerry, one thing we spoke about when we were up there in the Crows Nest watching it as well, the fielding of the Plumketts players has been absolutely outstanding. Ormsby, Davy Gavin, Kieran Curley, these boys are pulling balls out of skies and looking up when they get it then to create the space for men coming onto it.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to look to egg my chin when this game is over if Ringtown win it, but Plumketts not only are they significantly the better team here, they look like a team that are capable of playing Senior A, and we've been all kind of disappointed the yo-yoing between the various competitions in recent years, that whoever goes up comes down as quickly. And if they hang on, there's a half an hour to go here, maybe I'm preempting this, but if they hang on and they keep that going next year, there might be a revolution in Mullingar hurling, because it's been an absolutely superb half an hour hurling from Oliver Plumketts.
Yeah, that being said, John, we had the same here last year as well. We had a team that went absolutely berserk in the first half here, and just couldn't bring it home either. But at the same time, Plumketts looked just so much in every department. Like Paul O'Donovan has mentioned, their defence, but all over the pitch, they seem to be winning all those individual battles.
Yeah, look, physically even, like you were saying, like Davy there and Shane there up front for Plumketts, and Colin O'Leary, physically they look just far superior, stronger, fitter, and good hurling as well. In fairness,
first touch is great.
Yeah, all the Plumketts forwards there, like Paddy Lynham has been incredible there, so he has in the first half as well. But they all look threatening, and just it's just hard to see a way around for Ringtown. Ringtown will die with their boots on. They've great tradition,
Yeah.
that, but going in 9 points down, I think it's too big an ask for them, really. You know, I think Plumketts have a couple of subs there, Ross Caroon, a couple of other guys there as well that they could
come into it, yeah.
come into as well and freshen things up. Like every game is going to need a few subs. Ringtown have missing out Charlie Flynn. They probably haven't got a strong bench either. So look at, unless Ringtown get a couple of quick fire goals, I can't see any way back from.
And speaking of that, Charlie Flynn, it's significant. His absence is really significant now, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a tower of strength for them all during the championship, and they played him in various places, even played him up and attacked the last day. And you know, he's a huge loss for them today. And you know, what can you say? As John says, you really just can't see a way back from them at the moment. They're going to have to start the second half the way Plumketts did the first. I can't see it happening because Plumketts have the physicality on them.
We've 30 minutes to go. God knows what will happen here at the end of the game, but second half's about to start here. Back up to Ray in the Crow's Nest.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusick Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners, a local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Back on the commentary box here, Pat. 296 points in favour of Oliver Plumketts. Like, you know, Jerry Quinn and his mentors inside in that Ringtown dress are really going to have had a lot of work to do to get them, you know, get these teams fired up, to let them know that the game is not gone yet, but it's very, very close. So
yeah, well, they'd like to be a fly on the wall there in that last 20 minutes in there, but anyway, here we are. Hopefully Ringtown will bring the fire to it.
yeah, Mark Cunningham gets the first ball and half hook there as he comes inside, gives it back out here now, and a strike coming in there from Luke Moore, but again long swing at it, half blocked down there, and Aaron Craig is back here for Plumketts men, and again quality ball down along to the man who's really dominated that first half. That's Paddy Lynham. Paddy gets it in front of his man. Referee is playing the advantage, but Lynham fires a lovely ball down to no one in the play, but into a lot of space as Kieran Curley comes out looking for it here. He's been tackled there by Kieran Moore, and Kieran does very well to get it in front of his man. He's going to have to win an awful lot more of those balls, but the ball out into the centre where there's 3 Oliver Plumketts men in all the time in the world there. One of them is Sean Kelly, and Sean goes down the far side but doesn't find a teammate there, and is gathered by the Ringtown defenders and moved out now to Emmett Corrigan. Emmett about to take on Aaron Craig, has to come inside again. Ball goes to ground, needs a little bit of support. He still has it, looks up and gives it back inside, and a chance here for Luke Moore to open the shoulder. He fires into the long ball, dropping in, and it's over the bar.
Yeah, that's a good start for Ringtown. That's what they definitely needed. I see Emmett Corrigan now has gone midfield, and Darren Kilcoyne has gone in full forward.
Gone to full forward. But Pat, no point in having him in there if we can't get the ball in.
They need to put ball in front of him. In front of him, or either that into it, down on top, that he can catch it. Because they need green flags.
Conor Lynch has it poked out again over the far side. Again, Shane Ormsby goes high, gets a hand on it, has support over there. And then Aaron Craig creeps on into a little bit of space, but his touch wasn't what was needed. As Ringtown men have it again. Right back there in their own full back line. Luke Moore steps in and then lays off a ball looking for Johnny Hardiman. Hardiman doesn't control it, and Craig comes in, picks his pocket, gives the ball inside here, and it eventually breaks down. A chance here for the Plumketts man. Is a chance of a goal here, but again great defending there by the Ringtown man. Got a stick on it there, tied the man up there completely, and the ball eventually went back, and it was Johnny Hardiman, the man that had the possession coming out. But good defending there. Pan is going to take a lot more of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it looked dangerous there for a few moments because Plumketts were opening it up, but Ringtown closed the door quickly. So now Pat Burke should launch this down as closer to Darren Kilcoyne if he can.
Yeah, he's outside the 20-metre line in the D now as he lifts it and he strikes it, but this time tries to put it over in the space on the far side. Emmett Corrigan goes up with one hand. It's knocked away from him, but it is picked up by the Ringtown man again. That's Thomas Daniels. Thomas goes forward, then the referee said that he threw the ball out in front of him. I think they're signaling
overcarried, right?
Overcarried, and then free out. And again, Pat Burke had it. Whatever
he didn't actually go. He didn't do what I wanted him to do. He went short, and Plumketts just swallowed it up.
There is a little bit of wind. Just looking at the flags over the far side, whatever is in it, he's helping the Ringtown man, and that time you would have fancied him just to go route one, get it into danger area and see what happens, but he didn't. And it's a free now for Conor Lynch and Oliver Plumketts. Conor out to take it just inside his own 45-metre line. He lifts it and he strikes and he goes high. It's dropping inside the 13-metre line. Up they go, broken down. Who's on the breaking ball? It's the Ringtown man. It's their full back there, Ryan Moore. He has it. Goes right or goes to the left and then fires over. Shane Ormsby goes high, grabs it and then steps inside the tackle, comes forward, fires it on the run, but this time not going to trouble the scoreboard man, because that one has gone across to the left and wide, and a couple of opportunities for Plumketts in the start of the second half, but not taken. The 1 point, the only score so far is Burke again.
Some great high feeling.
Greg Gavin just all on his own, nonchalantly pulls it out of the sky, but then the ball flicked away from him as he thought he had time to pick it up, and then the referee saying, I think there was a push there on Paul Nangle there as he was going down the ball, and that is the signal and an opportunity here for the Ringtown, and certainly the pressure's on Luke Moore, because every one of these chances need to be taken.
Absolutely, but you must admire the high fielding from a lot of the Plumketts players. Shane Ormsby caught a great puck out that time, and Greg Gavin caught another one. Some great fielding.
Yeah, Moore's going to take this, and he has 2 from frees to go with his 2 from play. Just over 4 minutes gone in the second half. 2-9 to 7 points. It stands currently as the number 9 stands over this ball. He comes forward, he lifts it and he strikes it and he rifles it over the bar. Just narrows the gap that little bit, Pat. Just you need to keep that scoreboard ticking along.
Absolutely, you need to keep chipping away, because opportunity will come to take a goal. So at least if you're in the game, it might mean something.
They've gone short of the puck out again. They've worked it away well, and eventually fired in low there by Sean Kelly, and Colin O'Leary has gone out, and Colin has a player off the shoulder there, manages to get the shot away, and the ball is working inside where Davy Gavin decides to go on to his right, and Davy hand pass it and asks a lot of his teammate there, but they do well to hold the possession. They have it again now coming inside. It's Kieran Curley, but Curley's attempted shot is blocked down, and Ringtown working hard, but Curley gets the shot in and he gets it over the bar.
Great persistence by Kieran Curley there. Like he went on his maybe least favourite side and got blocked down. He had his willingness to win the ball back, get on his good side and put over a superb point.
Yeah, just probably a score that didn't just to settle themselves down at the start of the second half. Ringtown had come out, maybe the stronger team will have an injury over on the far side to one of the Ringtown players, and the referee just checking with it.
I already stated about the puck out strategy. Pat Burke is still persistent with a long puck out, and there's tall men down here in the half back line, and they're sweeping everything for Plumketts. But Plumketts are actually playing the ball through the lines, and they're getting far better dividends at the other end of the pitch.
The substitute about to be introduced here is the number 17 is Sean Cunningham. We'll see who he's going to replace in a second. There is a player injured over on the far side. We'll wait and see what the call is going to be. But just on your point, Pat, we look out here on the Oliver Plumketts 45, and there's 3, 6, 10, 13 players there. You could throw a blanket over 13 of them. And
you look at Shane Ormsby and Paddy Lynham are sitting in the pocket with Aaron Craig. So you have the 2 midfielders, you have 2 half forwards, you have 3 half backs, and they're all, I think, far more physical, size-wise, everything than the Ringtown boys.
And then Burke launches it down to them, goes high ball, almost caught there by Ryan McCauley, but he gets it to ground and he's tossing in there for it. Needs a little bit of support, but again, Plumkett's been very physical in there, and they have the ball. I think that's Davy Gavin coming away from it. Davy fires it first time down along the front of Colin O'Leary. Colin gets it in front of his man, goes to ground, has to go back and get the ball again. Lays off a pass to Lynham. Lynham bounces off a tackle and gets the shot in. That's a fabulous goal. Paddy Lynham, we mentioned so much in the first half. Paddy's been outstanding.
Paddy, he's running the show, Ray. He's 4 points from play. Superb score. Definitely one for Joe Fortune to keep an eye on.
Puck out down the centre it goes again, and it is the Plumketts men. They're on it again. Sean Kelly gives it in. Davy Gavin almost had grass in his hands there as he picked down, but the referee allows him to go, and Davy sees a little bit of space and he's gone charging forward. Took it 3 times in his hand. I think it was the decision there as he had Shane Ormsby coming on his shoulder there, but you can see the football, the relationship there coming off the shoulder.
But also you can see the physicality. They're able to break the tackle. They're able to burst through. And the last 3 puck outs that Pat Burke hit all went back in again.
Yeah, he's out here.
He has to change his strategy.
He's out here now ready to take this one on his own 45. This time I'm sure he'll be looking at the post as he comes forward. And he fires it high. It's gone that high. We can't see it here over the stand. Umpire is looking around at it. What's the signal? It's to the right and wide. Substitution about to be made here by the Ringtown Menace. The number 17. 17 is Sean Cunningham. Sean is coming in. He's replacing the fullback. That's Ryan Moore. Connor Lynch has gone short with the puck out. And again, Plumketts a little bit casual in there now. Need to get the ball away. And eventually it is picked up back inside here by the Plumketts men and coming down the line, and a good persistence there by the Ringtown man. Get the hook in close to the sideline. The ball drops out over the sideline. Linesman right on top of things signaled a line ball for Ringtown. But again, Pat, they need to get bodies forward here quicker. It's all too slow. There's nothing sharp or snappy about it at all. So
to give every time to slow it down, to give Ringtown or to give the Plumketts boys plenty of time to fall back. And like the physicality of Plumketts are able to get that delivery up quick to space. And that's where they're
this time
benefiting.
it's a good cut in.
Oh dear, oh dear.
It was gathered there by Mark Cunningham. He got it there behind Cathal Craig there. The referee, I think Craig has gone to ground. Looks like maybe got a clip on the head there as they're coming. But certainly Mark Cunningham thought he was away. But the referee thought otherwise. And the Plumketts man is down, but Conor Lynch is out here inside the D.
When a player has a helmet off, I don't think he can proceed with the play, but we seem to be doing that.
Yeah.
Like he obviously got a clip somewhere around the
head injury,
but
certainly the back of the
we're
head.
Going ahead anyway, helmet or no helmet.
Conor Lynch fires it down this side of the field. Two Ringtown men almost getting each other's way. The ball does break to Paul Nangle, and Paul fires it down. Plumketts man is thankfully back on his feet, helmet on. The ball is in here with Anthony. Anthony tries to dummy and get the shot away, but it's half blocked down. And Plumketts are back there in numbers again. They're carrying it forward again. That's midfielder Cathal Craig. Low ball, lovely on. In looking for Conor O'Leary. Conor doesn't catch this one at the first touch, and Emmett Corrigan sweeps it in and he fires it down. Ringtown bring it to ground, but on the breaking ball, as has been the way almost throughout this game, is Aaron Craig. Aaron comes forward, pops one off to Kieran Curley. Kieran doesn't get it at the first time, but still fighting for the ball, flicked away from, but he does not going to give it up too easy. And eventually Luke Moore steps in and he wins it for his side. Moore has a look up, fires it in. One-on-one opportunity in here for the Ringtown man. Anthony Nee, can he get a little bit more support? Darren Kilcoyne eventually joins him in here. And again, can't get it up at the first or the second attempt. Does get it on the third, and he spins away from his man. Comes forward and flicks it in. High ball. Conor Lynch comes out there, but didn't have to touch it there, and ball drops harmlessly out over the end line and wide. And it was half an opportunity there for time, but you know, at this stage, Darren Kilcoyne probably should have just throw caution to win and have a shot at it.
Absolutely, but when they went in, first of all, with the 1-on-1, the physicality of Plumketts came to the fore again. They held up their man.
Puck out has gone long again here. Plumketts men get it to ground there. Conor Bracken fighting for it, but it's picked up there by Paul Nangle, and Paul gets his clearance again down this side of the field. And again, just to prove it, it's the Plumketts man there. That's John Fry. He goes high, catches the ball, but then he's put under a little bit of pressure. He's heading back towards his own goals, but Aaron Craig then comes in, takes a hit, and he has the power and the strength to come away with that ball. Fires it out over into space where Conor O'Leary has come out from the corner forward position. O'Leary, lovely low ball in front of Curley. Curley out in front of his man in a little bit of space, takes a shot. And Kieran Curley will not miss opportunities like that. That's a goal and 3 for the number 14.
Yeah, well, Oliver Plumketts are playing simple, straightforward hurling. They're finding their men in space. They're moving the ball fast. They're covering all their bases at the back. They look like a team who are ready to go up to Senior A, where Ringtown do not look like a team that are ready to go.
Substitute for Ringtown, Jeffrey Nee has just been introduced in place of Darren Kilcoyne, and Conor Bracken has just been taken off here. We'll see what substitute, what number went in a second, but the play has been gone over to the far side where Emmett Corrigan loses the possession there, and Shane Ormsby had, and Ormsby gives it inside to Paddy Line, and Paddy has possession there, goes into a little bit of space, and he fires a right-handed down the line where O'Leary grabbed it over his man. He shrugs him off, gets away from him. The big number 15 is coming forward. He's going to back himself with this one, fires it in. Oh, Pat Burke going to stick to it. I don't know, it was a little bit unorthodox there, but he kept it out of the back of the net, Pat, but certainly another goal scoring chance there.
Well, if that one went in, Ray, I think we could go home. But I mean, Pat Burke is just keeping them in the game with a couple of saves like that. But all over the field, Plumketts are in total control. Total control.
2-12. That's 18 points to 8. 13 minutes on the clock. We'll just see who that substitution was for the Oliver Plumketts men. But Paddy Lynham is back out here again. It's 23, I think it is, that has just been introduced. That's Matthew Cunningham. We'll watch here now as Paddy Lynham. Paddy, 6 points to his name so far as he stands over this one. He comes forward and gets a good strike on it and makes no mistake. Again, over the bar, 65 there this time.
Paddy Lynham is flawless with his striking both from hands and from frees. I mean, at this moment, I'm not picking any man of the match, but he'd be my man of the match at the moment.
Yeah, we see a substitute for Ringtown, number 20. Number 20 there is Jason Moore, and he's making his way in as we wait for this other player to make his way off here, but the puck out has gone down the far side, and
same story.
Ringtown have it won again. And Plumketts with Davy Gavin. He's been superb for his side as well, as has been Shane Owens. Shane has it now, he carries it forward, flicks it over the head and on into space, and he has it again from about 44 metres out, takes a shot, and certainly no more than the man deserved. He's been excellent, he's put in a big hits for his side, a big performance again, and had the composure there to pick it up, and from 45 metres or so just fired over the bar. Again, Ringtown persistent with this long aimless puck out down. Greg Gavin is there in naked space, time enough to flick it back, puts himself under a little bit of pressure, and has to use a big hit on the goalkeeper there. Oohs and ahs from the crowd here, but Conor Lynch is back on his feet, does very, very well to hold the ball, tried to find Paddy Lynham. Lynham slipped just as the ball was coming to him, and it's gone out over the sideline, but certainly a big hit on the goalkeeper.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've already stated it's not for the first time. I think the P is missing out of James's whistle, but it definitely was a huge hit on the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's a line ball here now for the Ringtown men. Taken by Luke Moore. Luke cuts it. There's a man in acres of space over the far side, but again dropped at the last second. Chance may not be gone yet, but then the shot comes in for Ryan McCauley, and Ryan had all the time in the world and doesn't get the strike away on target. Another sub is about to be introduced for Ringtown, number 18 this time is Dominic Flynn.
Yeah, I think Ringtown seems to have run out of ideas. That at the moment they're playing second fiddle, and you just have to admire Plumketts. They're sticking to their game task, hurling very, very well, giving plenty of enjoyment to their fans, and the scoreboard tells its story. It's 2-14 to 8 points.
Yeah, 20 points to 8 has Conor Lynch down on the right hand side. He's ready to get us underway again. The referee is happy that all the players have been replaced here, and Lynch switches us over to the terrace side of TG Cusick Park. Broken down here, Ringtown with the chance again. It looked like there was maybe a frontal tackle there on the Ringtown man, but referee, as he has been doing all through the game, lets it go on, and Emmett Corrigan's under a little bit of pressure, fires the ball into the centre, put his man under pressure here. It is eventually picked up there by Aaron Craig. Aaron moves it on here now, and the chance as the shot comes in, I think it's not going to trouble the scoreboard man. Pat Burke allows it to drop out over the end line, and it's gone wide, and Burke again, the referee just making his way in. I don't know what happened there.
And the first time that Pat Burke went short and found a man, it's been called back.
So making sure everyone's outside the 20-metre line, I think is what it was, but eventually Burke gets the chance to get the ball, and it fires it long, looking for Mark Cunningham down the far side. Cunningham allows it to run on. It's the first time he's got a ball in a little bit of space. Comes inside on the 20-metre line, but again, 3 Plumketts men just snuff out the opportunity there, and they're back and fire the ball away, even though it's gone out over the sideline. But again, it was all too easy, Pat.
Yeah.
Cunningham trying to take on 3 or 4 men, and again dispossess him, and the ball cleared. And Ringtown are still continuing to try hard here now as Emmett Corrigan back inside his own half of the field and gives it off to Luke Moore, and Luke drives it in, drives it high, and I think the signal that one is over the bar. And the number 9 with his 6 points of the game, 6 out of the 9 coming from the midfielder. Pat just shows how little impact their forwards have had.
Absolutely, like they're just not that quick hand to the touch. It's not sharp enough today.
Yeah, and it's certainly one thing we can't say about Paddy Lynham, as he has a look around, and Now Davy Gavin, as Davy takes the pass, and Davy turns around and has a look at the post. The umpire though this time signaling that one just to the right and wide. Again, the Plumketts men far slicker in everything they've been doing. This time the puck out has gone down this side of the field, goes off a stick. Linesman signaling that it's going to be a Ringtown ball because the referee was already helping him. He had given the signal, line ball here. Luke Moore is going to come over and take it.
It'd be interesting to see what the stats are from the puck outs, because just from the naked eye, I think Plumketts have absorbed all Pat Burke's puck outs.
Yeah, Luke Moore cuts this one across into the centre. It's a nice ball. Chance here for the Ringtown man to get on it. It's the wing back there. There's Thomas Daniels. Thomas stepped the wrong way really, and then turns around and just gives it straight to a Plumketts man. And then Davy Gavin comes in to accept it, and Davy drives it down, looking for Curley here. Curley does enough to flick the ball away from his opponent into space for Colm O'Leary. Spins around a couple of times, and O'Leary then has a look at the post. And I think, Pat, have we seen how this game, typified there of how this game has gone? Colm O'Leary there just turned around, spun a couple of times, and still managed to stick it right between the posts.
But the mistake was made at the other end, where young Daniels hand passed the balls directly to the Oliver Plumketts chap. And here we are again, a puck out from Pat, taken up again by Plumketts and drove straight back over the post.
Davy Gavin this time, and this time Davy makes no mistake. That's his third score of the game, and certainly the lead really been padded out now. 2 goals and 16, 22 points. Ringtown's 9 points. The clock said we're just over 19 and a half minutes on, as Burke again persists in just driving it long as far down the field as he can go, and Oliver Plumketts have dealt with that tactic pretty much throughout the game, and they're going to deal with this one again because Sean Kelly has rolled lifted it and come forward and then gives it on to Ormsby. Ormsby, beautiful ball in front of Colm O'Leary. O'Leary out in front of his man from the 45, was hooked though as he was trying to get a man on the run, but still they have the play again because Kelly continued his run up, and he looks around, gives it back across the 20-metre line. Ringtown man has time to get it up into his hand and then hand pass it forward here now as far as Conor O'Grady. O'Grady left-handed down into space here, trying to get Luke Moore into possession. Luke tackled well there by Aaron Craig. Moore goes to ground. Craig is right over him, but still he has the ball and has the Ringtown man. But again, dispossessed as he tried to move away from it. He's on the ground. Again, referee has a long look at it. Ringtown man allows the play to go on, did the referee, and Ringtown have the opportunity here now. A nice ball fired across. Mark Cunningham was on his own for a split second, then gives it back across here. But again, too many steps at the referee as the shot was blocked down there anyway by the Plumkett defence. And referee signals going to be a free out. Bench is about to be emptied here again. We see another sub.
Ringtown had opportunities, but
is
no headway as regards getting in for the score.
Donald Liddy is the man wearing the number 26 jersey that's come in, and he's replacing Davy Gavin. And then for Ringtown, number 21 is Jamie Sweeney, and Jamie Sweeney is replacing Conor O'Grady. Puck out again, has gone down into the centre again. Ringtown this time kick it out into a little bit of space, but again, ball not gathered at the first attempt. Davy Gavin complimented, receiving the accolades as he comes off. He's put in a great shift for his side. Ringtown, they'll still keep fighting to the bitter death there, but this time there's an injury out for one of the Oliver Plumkett's players, and the referee. There is another sub coming introduced here. This time it's the number 3, that's Stephen Conway.
But I notice all these Mullingar men, they must have spent a good winter in the gym. They're fine big men, you know, just so they could be well equipped going forward to play a senior hurling next year, because at the moment I can't see this score being reversed. 2-16 to 9 points.
Yeah, very, very much on top all over the field. Now there is an injury out here for one of the Oliver Plumkett's men. Hopefully I see the referee is out there. There's another sub being introduced by Oliver Plunkett. This time it's number 17. And the number 17 is Ross Caroon.
And at the moment, the game seems to be drifting away completely from Ringtown. I think if you're in a bookie's office, you'd be getting paid out on your docket. So they're playing for pride now for the last 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, I think Kieran Curley is the man that's making his way. A goal and 3 points for the experienced number 14. The referee has resumed the play again now, and a chance for Luke Moore to fire a shot in. This time he fires it in high, and the thing comes again. But that one is on target. Kieran Curley, again, Paddy's been a great servant. Plumketts making his way out there. I think there's a blood sub there, all right, but you know, certainly he's put in a good shift for his side here.
Oh, he has
a goal and 3
absolutely.
points.
But you have to credit Luke Moore also. Luke Moore has scored 4 points from play from middle of the field. You know, like, I mean, he's doing his best to keep the show on the road.
Yeah, Zachary Hurling comes up the field with a ball, and a lovely cross-field ball here where Plumketts have it again, and a little flick comes in there onto the elbow there of the Plumketts man as he spun away there and holds the hand, and referee signals a yellow card there.
But even the substitutes that came in for Plumketts, like, they have the same physique, but they're able to get their touches good.
Donald Liddy, the man that time, throws the foul here, and there's another chance for that man, Paddy Lynham. Certainly, this one 51, 52 metres out, very, very central. Number 10, he's been excellent throughout the game for his side. 2 frees and a 65 to go with 4 from play as he stands over this one. This is certainly well within his range. 24.5 minutes almost on the clock as Paddy fires in, and even the commentator's curse couldn't prevent that one. Lovely score there by the number 10. He's been excellent, Pat, as well.
No, Paddy has played very well. Very, very well.
Pat Burke, this
goes
time
a different route.
goes short. Emmett Corrigan comes forward and finds his man this time to get the ball in towards the D. Ball is grabbed in there by Luke Moore off the shoulder. It gives a chance maybe to get a shot on target. But again, under pressure there, and Greg Gavin, again, all the experience in the world, sits back in, takes it down, makes sure the ball didn't go through, and then the ball down the sideline here. There's a heavy tackle going in there on the Oliver Plumketts man as he was about to roll lift the ball. And
the last passage from Ringtown was actually probably their best passage, where Pat Burke found a good ball to Emmett, and Emmett actually found Darren Kilcoyne a good catch, and Darren laid it off quickly to Ryan, but Mullingar just closed down the door straight away, and he didn't get a clean strike on the ball. And here, as a result, we have a sideline.
Yeah, Paddy Lynham, injured man there, just been pushed out of the way there as Luke Moore wants to take this line ball, and he cuts it into the centre, broken down. Emmett Corrigan's on it again. He has support there from Sean Boylan, and Sean clips it in off his left hand, drops it in, but again,
super
that's Greg Gavin. He's been playing like a young fella now. Ball eventually cleared long down towards Conor O'Leary. O'Leary goes ground. Surely a foul on the number 15. Yeah, he's pleading his case, and he's going to get the free in. The free on the 20-metre line. Paddy Lynham is just moving forward slowly here now, ready to take this one, and I'm sure it'll just be told to keep the scoreboard ticking over.
Yeah, it's a typical pattern of the game. And Ringtown had the ball in possession. Great catch by Greg Gavin. Clear to Paddy Lynham. Put it straight up to Kieran O'Leary, who was rugby tackled, straight free in.
Yeah, Lynham this time inside the D again. Pat Burke is inside in the goals, ready in case he does decide to go short with it, but I'm sure in this case Paddy Lynham won't mind. He'll just tap that one over the bar again, keep the scoreboard ticking. There's another substitute coming in. That indeed is the last action of the half of the game for Paddy Lynham, because he's now about to be replaced, and number 21 is the man's replacement. Number 21 is Stephen McManus. But certainly, Pat, you were very impressed all through the game with the performance of Paddy Lynham.
Oh yeah, Paddy Lynham looked like he could play county level, because his striking is very crisp. He shows well for the ball, and he's accurate. You know,
yeah, from the puck out again. Plumketts have it and have it won and have it clear down the line here now, and a chance here to take it on again, carry it forward again. Paddy just carrying a little bit of an injury, makes his way off. Colin O'Leary, he's been excellent as well, and he's not finished yet. Comes inside, little shovel pass there, tried to catch out Pat Burke on the post there, but Burke was alert to it and got the save, and ball cleared down. Emmett Corrigan here needed to take it in his hand, not on the stick, and it's broken away there and picked up by Cathal Craig, and Cathal fires it into the centre. Again, good work there by the Plumketts men to hold that possession. Shane Ormsby, beautiful ball down the far side of the field. It's picked up by Stephen McManus. McManus gives it inside. Aaron Craig coming forward. He's fancy getting on the scoreboard. Flicks it in and flicks it over the bar. First point for the number 6 there. He's been excellent too, Pat, through the game. And I suppose he deserved that getting forward there and took the score.
Well, nothing more than you would expect from Aaron Craig, like a county stalwart for many a year. But it's all too easy for Plumketts.
Yeah, Luke Moore has the puck out again and he fires it inside, but again the first to react always seems to be a Plumketts man, and they do the very same again here now, and they have it coming out of the back line. Here is the ball fired this time straight to a Ringtown man, and this time it's returned with a little bit of interest, but again an aimless shot driven in there, goes over the hurl there of Jason Moore. Not a thing he can do, and the ball harnessed out over the end line. 28.5 minutes on the clock. We're into the last couple of minutes. Don't think there'll be too much injury time. We have the signal. It is 3 minutes is the call. 3 minutes of additional time. Conor Lynch looks to see what options has he, and then he goes over towards the terrace side of TG Cutie Park. Very, very close to the sideline. In fact, too close to the sideline, out over the sideline. Line ball for the Ringtown men. This line ball just back inside their own 65-metre line. It's all too little, too late for the Ringtown men now. 2:19 for Oliver Plumketts. That's 25 points. 10 points for the Ringtown men. As this line ball is going to be taken by Luke Moore, but again it's all slow, it's all ponderous. Plumketts have the men back, and this time it's picked up again by Stephen McManus, and Stephen has time to give it back to Greg Gavin, and Greg off his left hand. Colin O'Leary showing on front. O'Leary has the ball out in front of his man. Another player coming off the shoulder here. There's a chance. The shot comes in. And this time it's fired over the bar. Nice finish there by the Plumketts man. I think it was Liam Carey coming forward there. The number 5, I think it was. And he fires it over the bar. Just pads out that scoreboard. Looks all the better as we head towards the last 15 seconds of the 13 minutes. And Craig Gavin is here. And he's playing like he played 20 years ago. Never mind 10. Nice little ball down the line here now. There's a chance for the Plumketts men to fire the shot in, and that shot is coming in, but it's not going to trouble the scoreboard man, because that one has gone across the front of the goals there. Fired in by Matthew Cunningham there. Matthew didn't get it on target, and Pat Burke has it already underway. And Ringtown, can they get a goal? Opportunity here, and they're not going to go for it because the shot comes in and it's not going to trouble the scoreboard either. It was an opportunity from about 40 metres out, all on his own, didn't get the connection required, and that one goes to the left and wide. And Pat, certainly as we the last couple of minutes here, all the top players throughout this game have been on the
well, I mean, in fairness, the scoreboard tells you that the heart has gone out of Ringtown at now, I mean, at this stage, but there'll be another day, but it's a matter of learning from a process.
Yeah, they're still not giving it up here. They're fighting for every ball here. Emmett Corrigan has to work very hard to get the possession, needs a little bit of support, one-handed to nobody in particular, and Shane Ormsby is there. He takes it up and puts it on the stick and then tries to fire it off the stick. He is blocked down here now, and Ringtown have the numbers out there. Ball hand passed it forward here. Luke Moore is on it again. Luke, nice ball in where the number 2 is Kieran Moore, and coming forward. Kieran, he takes a shot, but again Greg Gavin is sitting there on the 13-metre line, and he has absolutely no problem. Blocks that, takes it to the ground, gets fouled then as he come out. Again, Pat, just come back. All the big performers throughout the game really, and Paddy Lynham more so.
Well, that's true enough, but I suppose look,
9 points in play or 9 points in total for Paddy. A goal and 2 for Conor O'Leary, a goal and 3 for Kieran Curley.
Hurley and O'Leary inside were detrimental because they were playing 1-on-1s and they had to beaten their men all day. But outside Lynham was sweeping, delivering good ball.
Yeah, they're not finished yet here. The ball given inside was surely a foul on the Oliver Plumketts fan. There is indeed to the referee, and this time we'll see who will they put on the freeze, because Paddy Lynham has made his way off. He won't add to his total here, but we'll just see who's going to go forward and take it. In fact, they're going to run the clock down. We're into the last minute anyway. Conor Lynch is going to come forward. A chance for Lynch. He had one earlier on that didn't get it on target, but this time he'll fancy distance less than 50 metres out as the Plumketts man gets to his feet here. But certainly we're not going to see too much action, I would say, after this ball is fired in by Conor Lynch. Lynch again, he's been a steady influence on that the back line in there, Pat. They didn't concede anything today here now, and his puck outs have also been excellent.
Yeah, well, in fairness, he wasn't under an awful lot of pressure, but his puck outs are good. He varied them all over the pitch, and that's a good score from. I know at this time of the game confidence is high, but
Yeah.
Another nail in the coffin for Ringtown.
Exactly. We're going to get one more play here as Pat Burke drops it down inside the 45-metre line. Ringtown fighting for it, can't get it, and Aaron Craig then just steps in and wins the possession for his side. And that is indeed the last action of this Senior B hurling final for 2023. The Shea Slevins coaches sponsored Senior B final, and it is a victory, and an easy victory for the men from Mullingar here, from Oliver Plumketts. The final scoreline of 2 goals and 21 points. That's 27 points to Gallant Ringtown's 10 points. Pat, very little you can say about that. Ringtown was totally outclassed all over the pitch. Oliver Plumketts, strong, physical, big players stood up and emerged very easy winners.
Yeah, no, you have to give credit to Oliver Plumketts. They played a very, very nice brand of hurling today. They had complete confidence in their own ability to do what they wanted to do. That was win the ball, move it fast, isolate the likes of Kieran Corley and Colin O'Leary up front. And those two won their individual battles. And then they had the likes of Paddy Lynham and Shane Ormsby sweeping back in the half-back line. And they won an immense amount of ball. But on the Ringtown end of it, I don't think the strategy of Pat Burke driving the ball, I know I've said it a few times in it, but I think the stats will add up, that they'll back up my statement that they must have lost 90% of the puckouts. And if you're doing that, you're not going to win the matches, whether it be hurling or football or whatever it is. You know, that needed to mix it up a bit. But in fairness, the physicality of Plumketts probably told also on Ringtown. And going forward, Oliver Plumketts will be well capable of holding their own above at Senior A hurling next year. Whereas Ringtown, looking at that performance and looking at what is in front of us, they're not ready yet. So if you're not ready, you're as well off to wait another year or two. But my hat goes off to Plumketts. Exceptional play from goalkeeper the whole way through. But their high fielding was exceptional. Their striking was good, crisp, their touch was good, and they seemed very, very fit.
Yeah, well coached, Pat. Played nicely through the lines. You could see the hurling ability. Balls that were going through the lines were going to hand. You know, there was no fumbling, no opportunity for Ringtown to turn them over. You know, and I think it's a telling fact is, with the exception of Greg Gavin, who really spent no time in the forward line, the other 5 forwards all scored from play.
Yeah, they all chipped in with scores. Like, I mean, you know, anytime they got the ball, they looked like they could score.
Yeah.
And they were up against a formidable goalkeeper in Pat Burke, who he saved at least 3 goals in the passage of play. You know, but at the end of the day, there's always a winner and a loser. But we couldn't predict that there was going to be such a 17-point gap in it. And I suppose if they were out tomorrow, maybe there wouldn't be. But the game is won today, and it's won between the hours of when the ref blows the whistle until he finishes it. So credit to Oliver Plumketts, congratulations to them going forward. Commiserations with Ringtown. They will regroup, and I'm sure they will be back again.
Yes, Pat, well, thank you very much for joining me here on Cork Commons. We're going to take a break for ads for our viewers at home. We'll be back with Paul and the lads for analysis down on the sideline, and we'll hopefully get a word with the victorious manager as well.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusick Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevins Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
We have a coefficient.
And you? What do you do?
It's a bit complicated to explain.
You know, I still didn't get exactly what your job is.
That's what I do.
New Renault Arcana E-Tech Hybrid. Winner, Irish Medium Crossover SUV in the 2022 Car of the Year Awards.
Turn on the filter for a couple of domains. If you're soft, take me the further rail Oliver Plumketts Napa, August Spallia, Narina. August Coffee in the
Presentation.
PowerPoint of low. Ladies and gentlemen, you're very welcome to TEG Cusick Park. If poor David Gavin up here is very lonely. If the Oliver Plumketts team and the Ringtown team would make their way over towards the presentation area, please. While that's happening, I'll continue with my group of buckle. First of all, if you put your hands together for the one and only James McGrath and his team of officials. Well done, James, and thank you very much. This is our first final of hurling final of 2023. So we're off the mark, and it was a really good final. Quality of hurling on display, both teams are to be commended. In actual fact, I'd like to congratulate both clubs on the strides they've made in the last few years. Everybody talks about we need a strong team in the town. We do need a strong team in the town. But we need strong teams in our traditional hurling areas as well. So great progress made by Ringtown and Oliver Plumketts over recent years. Today, Ringtown, it wasn't your day. You tried your best, but it just wasn't going to work. For Oliver Plumketts, congratulations. You put in a marvellous display, and you certainly deserved your win. I hope you enjoy it. To our sponsors, Slevin coaches, I'm joined by Pat Slevin here in the presentation. They sponsor all our hurling competitions. Thank you to acknowledge them, Pat and his fine son, for what they contribute to Westmeath Hurling. I now hand over the cup to, it's becoming a habit with me, I must say, of handing over cups to Davy Gavin. I'm sure he won't mind, but we'll hand over the cup to Davy Gavin.
I'll keep this short and sweet, although it's lovely to be up here. Firstly, I'd just like to thank everyone at Cusick Park, the ref, County Board. I think as a hurling county, we're blessed with unbelievable officials, and our games will be able to go ahead without them. So thanks to James and all the refs we've had all year. If I could take a minute to talk about Ringtown. Firstly, before any hurling, he suffered a terrible loss this year in Robbie. We felt it all the way around. He's in all our thoughts, and we grieve with you, so let's go on him, Robbie. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Wheeling Oil, KC Sports, and everyone that supports us all year. It's very important for us that we're able to promote hurling. We're delighted that it brought us back now to the top table, so thanks to all our sponsors. I'd like to thank our management team. Some of them have been with us since we're in nappies at this stage, so thanks Jerry, Tony, Susie and Liam. And I want to take a bit more to talk about our manager, because he's been a huge part in all of our lives. 10 years ago, we were standing down the bottom side, looking at Castletown lift the senior cup in a senior final, and that man stuck through them 10 years and we built the whole team back up, and look where we are now. Kieran, this one's for you. Lastly, to all the Plumketts fans, it's been a long time, an awful long time since Mullingar in the Senior Hurling Championship. It's the pride of our lives to have been able to bring the club back. We've an unbelievable underage. We're really coming again. I don't think it's going to be too long till the Plumketts man stands up here on the biggest day, and we're going to work as hard as we can to get through that together. Come on, Plumketts.
Yeah, great speech from Davy Gavin there. It shows what it means to it. And I suppose, hello, Plumketts are back. Paul O'Donovan, as a Mullingar man, you must be a proud one as well. I know I am. I played a bit of hurling with Plumketts myself. And to see a town team back, with all due respects to Ringtown, it is good to see a town team back at senior hurling level.
Yeah, look, I may have gone for Ringtown before the game, but absolutely delighted
we won't forget
that Plumketts
we won't forget that one.
Plumketts have won, deservedly won. There was no question about it. Far better team, and it's great. It's great to see so many kids here today. They've brought a great crowd, Plumketts, and it's great for the town of Mullingar. And there's no doubt. I think we've all mentioned at this stage, we mentioned at half time, Pat O'Brien mentioned it certainly in the second half, about, apart from getting a Senior B title here today and going on in Leinster, it's also about which team is best equipped to play in Senior A hurling next year. And what I saw today from Plumketts, they're certainly in a great position to do that. They showed a great hurling skills. They've come on in abundance. It's one of the best Plumketts teams. I've seen them win things over the years. This is one of the best Plumketts teams I've ever seen. They've no weakness. Everyone won their individual battle out there today. And there's some great young players, as well as a mixture of experience, and it's great for the future of hurling in Mullingar, and great credit to Plumketts. Fully deserved to win here today, Paul.
Yeah, and Jerry, I totally agree with it. From 1 to 15, I suppose it was brilliant from Plumketts, to win, to go that strong, to take on each individual case and to win it. They won every individual battle. I said this at half time, and I thoroughly think that as well today.
Yeah, the only individual battle that was lost today is my battle with the bookies. I recommended everyone to back Plumketts.
I didn't do it then.
Hadn't a cent on them myself. I was confident Plumketts would win. I had seen them a few times earlier. Repeat myself now, and I really liked what I saw, and they brought that to the table again today. Very impressive performance, and as I said last night, I'm older than the rest of you here. I was alive when Pearses won the Westmeath senior title in 62. Don't remember, obviously. I do remember them contesting the 66 final against Pollard, 67 final against Raharney, and obviously I recall them 10 years ago, Plumketts in the final. And I hope Davy's words ring true there.
Yeah.
That there is an Oliver Plumketts man.
Like this before.
Yeah, we've had. That a Plumketts man is lifting the Westmeath Cup in the next couple of years.
So we're talking about a Plumketts man, Kieran McKenna here, captain. Congratulations, Mac. I know what this means to you, and I know what it means to Plumketts people to have a Plumketts man behind them. But if you were looking for a performance, you waited for the big day to get the best performance.
Yeah, look, we've been putting bits of performance together all year. Division 1, we played 10 minutes against Castletown, we fell apart. We played 20 minutes against other teams, we played 40 minutes against other teams. We had performances were coming, and we just hoped that someday the complete performance was going to come, and it came at the right time.
Yeah, but we were just discussing that. Like, from 1 to 15, it'll be very, very hard, and I don't envy Jerry and Paul to try and pick a man in a match today, because from 1 to 15, could you say, no, none of them let themselves down. They were absolutely excellent and full-bodied. Like, I mean, they gave everything, and that's all you want from a team. And even if you went down today, they went down with their boots on, because they went full-hearted from the very throw-in.
Yeah, look, we had a great panel of players. We've 30-odd players there. There was 25 lads in serious competition that could have played today, and some of them expected to play today. And we just said before the game started, that it was up to every player in the pitch to empty the tank, not to do the boys of the service that were sitting on the line, that had worked hard all year, and every one of them had to empty the tank. And when they were done, there was 5 more lads that were going to get into to replenish the energy, and that was the way we took the game.
Yeah, and a bit of, let's be honest about it. We've had dark years in the green and white jersey, but today there was a huge mixture there of youth and experience. Like, you take the likes of the Davy Gavins and the Aaron Craigs and Gregs that have gone to the well on so many occasions. A lot of young lads stood up there today. Young Shane Orsby, I thought was excellent. The future with John Fry wing back there, I thought he was superb. And these guys are the future.
These guys are the future. These guys have come into the panel this year, and you never know what to expect with an 18-year-old coming in or 17-year-old coming in. How are they going to perform? Lads were saying, watch out for the young lads today, and they finally wouldn't know how to get to them. Well, we were watching them all right. We were watching them perform. They were some of the best players on the pitch.
You were watching them strike the ball over the bar and winning the game.
Striking the ball, they were calm coming out at the back for 18 years of age, walking out with the ball in his hand.
You're a great fan here, so wants to say hello to you.
This gorgeous little Holly. But yeah, they were very composed for young fellas. And then I suppose the older lads, the older lads were immense. Craig Gavin out there today, performance of the ages. Craig played in the final in 2013. He was one of our key players on the day, and he was a key player again today. He might be getting on in years. He's over his 40s, but like, people forget that Greg would have a Christie Ring All-Star in his pocket, and he's been a serious player for Westmeath and Plumketts for the last 15 years.
And as Davy Gavin has said, we want to see a future of hurling, senior hurling, proper senior A hurling in Mullingar, to retain your status next year, maybe even plough on. You know, I've seen the underage structure over there, and I've seen what players are coming through, and I see huge amount of work that's been done over there, you know, to get them back to that level. So the future is bright, but again, we don't want it to be a false. I said that to Paul Donovan, we don't want it to be a false dawn. You want these guys to plough on for those younger lads, maybe in 2 to 3 years' time, something to aspire to still be playing senior A hurling.
Yeah, that's it. Look, there's an immense amount of work going on underage. The club structures, we're playing at Premier grade and competitive in all grades down there. And this lady beside me.
Yeah.
And we're competitive at all ages, and look, it weighs on the lads too. We know the work that's happening in the club underage, and it's, you know, it was our job to get up and get back up senior. That these guys are coming from Premier underage into senior proper setups,
and led by this man here. I want to come over and shake hands with me, Gav. I've had the pleasure of coaching this man on many occasions and looking at him up there, and it's a proud day for the club. It's a proud day for yourself, but it's also a proud day for hurling in Mullingar.
Yeah, like we don't underestimate the importance of what we do in the field for hurling in Mullingar. Look, it's a football town. Kieran is brilliant, and the lads in Plumketts are brilliant at allowing us to do both, which most of us do. And during the year, I'm sure it's stressful for them. But
with different clubs as well. Let's be honest about it. There's a
four
smattering of Plumketts, Shandona. You know, there is a smattering in the down.
So it's difficult, right? But we're very proud of our hurling in Plumketts. Like we've a short tradition, but a very long tradition in senior hurling, and we know how important it is for the town to have a senior hurling team. And I think what's coming after us now is really special. So we're just trying to leave it in a better place than we got it.
Yeah, and look at, you know, Van Morrison says to be days like this, they don't come around very often, Gav. You have to celebrate them, and you know, I'm just saying it to Kieran there. I hope it's not a false dawn. You know, we want senior hurling. We want senior hurling in Mullingar. I'm afraid of my life that child is going to fall over that wall. No, oh, she's going again.
Tough as nails.
Yeah. She's going to make a great hurler, I tell you. That's it. But look at lads, congratulations. It's been a privilege to be here on the day. I've worn that jersey and I've always followed it, and it's a privilege to be here on the day. Hard luck to Ringtown, but congratulations. Go on, drive further, stay at the senior A. Very best of luck to you, and enjoy your celebrations.
Thanks very much.
Almost a neutral observer, the only non-Mullingar man here with us on the panel today, but you know, you couldn't deny that. Probably Plumketts had it won, maybe at half time. We thought Ringtown might make a bit of a kick in the second half, but in actual fact, Plumketts went further ahead.
From a neutral point of view, there wasn't a better game, but Plumketts were far superior right throughout. And like we're talking about, you know, Mullingar being strong in hurling, and from a Westmeath point of view, we need the strong Oliver Plumketts.
I agree with you.
You know, we really need the strong, and they are coming. Like they've loads of talent. I'm involved with under 7s and 9s and 11s, and you can just see they've abundance of numbers there. They're going to come. They're going to steamroll underage. I think for a number of years. The 5 or 6 really good minors as well. So the end game next year will be trying to sustain themselves. I think they're very well placed as well. Like, I mean, going into today's performance, like you'd say that they really have the bones of 20 decent hurlers there, and there's some great athletes as well. The biggest thing at senior hurling is the physicality that you're going to be able to need to sustain, be able to come up against the Clonkhills and Castleton physically, and I think they can match them, That's
something you were saying as well.
Yeah, I mean, the physicality here was just immense from Plumketts. You see the hard work, as I said, the shoulder there that Paddy Lynham took, and Paddy Lynham's not a big man, but he was able to take a shoulder off Darren Kilcoyne there, and he just played on, and he got another point in the second half, similar in the far side of the terrace. He got another shoulder, and it wasn't a bothering him. He got the point. They put the work in. I spoke to Kieran McKenna earlier in the year, and he told me with the work they put in, and you can see the work, both physicality and the hurling, like the touch. I thought Plumkett's first touch today was so much better than Ringtown's, and it's a credit to them, and they thoroughly deserve this win today, and looking good for the future. When you have young players, the way they sprayed the ball around at time, found their men, and took their scores, they were just great today, Paul.
You have to feel sorry for Ringtown a little bit as well, John. I mean, You
the
would,
big
but look,
day they didn't perform.
Apart from Luke Moore, who taught Soldier to right to the end,
on his own,
probably scored 5 or 6 points.
Yeah.
He was
Pat
really
Burke with two brilliant saves.
He did his right, but the game was over really at half time, and you could see just the heart kind of went out of Ringtown. Unfortunately, they'll be very disappointed. They're very proud, but the kickback, the good year in fairness to them at the start of the year, they probably where's
to retain Senior B was
I think that's probably was their goal. But I think especially mentioned to Greg Gavin, I thought he was just outstanding for a man. I'm 41 and a half, and Greg is older than me, so I won't give away his age. But I heard of Greg in that good minor in '99, and he's playing the same way then as he is now. Like, he's just 20 seconds. He's 20 seconds ahead of the ball the whole time, so he's just a special player. Was for the last 25 years of Plumketts, and he deserves this more than anyone, I think.
Well, and even older, Paul, look out there, Stevie McManus.
Stevie Mack,
and
Stevie Mack.
He brings the numbers up higher.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to tell you a little story. The last game I played for Plumketts, Stevie Mack was 17 playing for Plumketts, so that's not today or yesterday. But look that's today. Senior B champions for 2023 are St. Albert, Plumketts and Mullingar. Tomorrow another big day. We have our minor final. The Piercy are playing Cloghill. But of course the big one, John, Raharney and Loughlane Gales. We spoke about this last night. You and I had a bit of a chat, Paul O'Donovan. You were on the panel as well for ARV TV. It's hard to see past Raharney, but the closer it comes to the game, Paul O'Donovan, I get an awful suspicion that this could be an awful lot tighter than many people are predicting.
Yeah, look, the Gales, I said last night, we spoke to them during the week, and they're hugely determined. Joey Williams, fiercely determined man. He's won, a few titles with the Gales. I think he won the 3 in a row there back at the end of the 90s and early into the 2000s. And, they'll be certainly up for this game. They're dying. They're waiting so long to get into the final. It's a huge day for them. Now, they'll bring physicality, but I think Raharney can match their physicality, and I think they have a bit extra in the forward department and around the field. They've a bit more inter-county experience there, and I just think Raharney will have it on the day. And when you come to players like Killian Doyle, there's no better in the country at his level, and his he's a superb player. Of course, they'll have David Williams and the freeze for the Gales, but I just think Killian Doyle could be a huge difference tomorrow for Raharney.
Yeah, John, it's hard for you from a non-neutral standpoint, I suppose, Raharney man. But at the same time, I will say this. I think as the game comes closer, the closer I'm thinking that this game might be. I think Raharney have all the firepower, but sometimes you get a red letter day. Like an awful lot of people wouldn't have predicted the result here today. Certainly not the margin.
Yeah, that's the thing, Paul. Finals are funny things. Like, certainly you wouldn't have predicted. Any neutrals looking at this game, you'd have said, "Jeez, a puck at the ball."
Some of them predicted the completely wrong
result.
Right,
yeah. But look at.
I'm not mentioning anybody.
Conor Bracken has.
Conor Bracken.
I'll be honest. I've written Plumketts off all year. Every game. They surprised me. Where they came from last year. You just have to remember where they came from.
Yeah. But a relegation play, a penalty shootout for relegation.
How close to it to go
now. The boys around the drinks tonight, Paul. That's the new solution.
I don't think they'll want it.
Don't need to give it back now,
John. I presume you're going for Raharney tomorrow.
Look, I mean, I think Raharney have the firepower. There's no point saying any different. We'd love to be running it down a bit, but they have the firepower. If they turn up, play to their capabilities, their 6 forwards are very dangerous. But look, finals are finals. If I think from the Gales' point of view, if they can stay in the game, that'll be their goal. Stay in the game with 10-15 minutes to go. And if that happens, Raharney will start getting nervous, and look, on can happen then.
I'm interested to hear Paul O'Donovan's prediction for tomorrow now in the senior final or the minor final. How about the minor final?
Yeah, we went last night. We were talking about last night in the up for the game, and look, a big day for the Gales, as said. In the minor and senior final, it's a huge day for Collinstown, and they're lined up with Churn for the final tomorrow against Clonkill. Always, when Clonkill get to finals, they're huge. The determination out there from the Loughlane side will be huge. I just think the Piercy might win the minor final, and then when we come to the senior final, well, look, I think the Gales will give it a good shot, but I just think Raharney will pull away in the last 10 minutes and Raharney to win, Paul.
Yeah, okay, that's 2 for Raharney. Again, I'm not going to go, but if I'm taking Paul O'Donovan's prediction so far, I'm going to have 100 quid on Loughlane Gales tomorrow, whatever odds they are. But listen, my thanks to John Shaw, my thanks to Paul O'Donovan and to Jerry earlier on, to Ray and to Pat O'Brien on commentary. It's been a great day so far. It's been a great day for me in particular. It's great to see Oliver Plumketts back at Senior A. No disrespect to Ringtown, a proud club and a proud history, but
Today belongs to the green and white. Today is a Mullingar day, and today belongs to Oliver Plumketts, winners of the Senior B Hurling Championship on a scoreline of 221 to 10 points. From all of us here at Eirvy TV, Gormila Mahagav, we'll see you tomorrow for the big one.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusick Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevins Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
We add a coefficient.
And you? What do you do?
It's a bit complicated to explain.
You know, I still didn't get exactly what your job is.
That's what I do.
New Renault Arcana E-Tech Hybrid. Winner, Irish Medium Crossover SUV in the 2022 Car of the Year Awards.